Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Go until you're out of sight and you're out of my mind. Run when the rhythm's right. Go into the night. Floating as the river flows, easy as it goes to the ocean. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart, heart, breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart, 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 breaks my heart. Lost in the midnight blue, shadows of the moon. Here with open arms for you, feeling something so new. Said with me you'd reach the sun, oh but we were so young. Love me till the summer's done, but keep me in your heart, so I hold on. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. So walk on by, I've got no reason to love you, but I do, I do, I do. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. Promise me, but you never try. Secrets in your eye, you go and run, I'll hide. Show me colors of the sky, but all I see is gray. You lost me when you lied. I don't ever wanna be crowned, just another prize. It breaks my heart. Colors of the sky, breaks my heart. All I see is colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. But all I see is colors of the sky. Colors of the sky, but all I see is colors of the sky. All I see is colors of the sky. Shook me to the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say hello, friends. Welcome on this lovely Saturday. Happy Saturday, everybody, or maybe Friday where you are, whichever way. Thank you for spending some time with me as your weekend commences. Hopefully you got some good plans ahead, or at least some relaxing times. I know we got some good stuff going on here. It is a Saturday, and so no suit today, just relaxing in what I normally wear around the house. All good, all good. Vera Johnson, it's very good to see you today. Hello, Jim. How's it going today, my friend? HPG, welcome in. Hello, Elsidol. Dogberry, it's good to see you. I know you're excited for this game. Have a good time away from the computer, and we'll see you on the VOD for sure. Welcome in, Mike, again. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for being with us as always. And also has an update on yesterday's interesting story about a student who would not submit his project. Let's see. The student who refused to give us the code for their programming project has replied and persists in not giving us the code, so he graded the rest of the project but no credit for code. Wow. How far down does that take the student? Like, how much was the student willing to sacrifice on the grade front for maintaining sole access to their code? I don't know, that feels crazy to me. I can't imagine refusing my professor's request to see the work assigned. He only lost, okay, it's only one letter grade. Still a big deal, but I thought he was making the decision to fail the course perhaps, to keep his proprietary material all to himself. I do wonder, is it actually a special, amazing product he made, or does he not understand it well enough, or is it perhaps produced by one of the ChatGPT-like programs, or what exactly? Well, that's absolutely crazy. Hello, Volo. It's good to see you today, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And welcome in, Noms.
Hello.
Hello, Noms. How are you?
Remember when I used to enter stream by proclaiming the national anthem of the United States?
You have a number of ways entering stream. Sometimes you walk on and push me off screen. Sometimes you do indeed sing the national anthem. You could sing the national anthem of Japan. It is very, very long and very, very slow.
It's not very long. It's just very slow.
It's very slow, and so it feels very long because of that. And yeah, it's about how the emperor will live for as long as the moss is on the stones or something.
Well, it's not clear whether it's the emperor or the country.
Yeah. Probably change signification back in the 1940s. Maybe. What's up, Robzilla? Good to see you. George, hello. We should play Hail to the Chief as Noms comes in. Hail to the Noms. Would you like that?
Okay.
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 So it's Saturday, Noms. Unfortunately, that means that our vacation week is coming to an end.
No!
Now, that said, Monday is a national holiday also, so you don't have to go back to work until Tuesday, so still lots of days. I'm sorry I mentioned that. I shouldn't mention the end of things.
I was having such a nice time.
How are you spending your nice time so far today, Noms? What have you been doing?
I played one day of Stardew Valley.
You played some Stardew Valley. Okay, so you have this farm you've been working on and off for 6 months, a year, yeah?
I don't know, for a long time.
Yeah.
It's like 2 years in Stardew Valley land.
Oh, I mean out in our world, though. Because you're not someone who sits on Stardew Valley and plays it for hours and hours on end. You tend to pop in for half an hour or so and then pop back out, yeah?
Yeah, I pop in like for like 10 minutes every, I don't know, 6 months.
And you tend to then feel overwhelmed by the majority of things you have to do, correct?
Yeah,
Like it's
too many things.
Farming and talking to Haley and mining and.
There's too many things.
Too many things. It's a game that can really be all-encompassing. You find a lot of stuff to do in it, a lot of places to go, a lot of things to see. But you'd like a simpler path of things to do, perhaps.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm working on getting an apple tree right now.
An apple tree. Is this for a quest or is it for yourself?
for myself.
That's wonderful. And then you can make some apple
Screw
pie.
people and their quests.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not getting them their favorite things. What have they ever done for me?
I mean, they greeted you when you joined the town. They invite you.
Really? They say ew when I go drinking in garbage cans. They go ew, yuck. I don't feel that this is a very inclusive community. I'm leaving Stardew Valley.
It's an inclusive community if you do your role and keep to your farm. You have a farm.
And don't dig in trash cans.
And not digging trash cans. Yeah, they're.
I mean, here's the thing. I go to Stardew Valley and they say ew, yuck, and Linus is like, I've already had this fruit. And then I go to Rapture and they're like, welcome! We would like to welcome you to our town.
Wait, when you say Rapture, do you mean BioShock?
Yeah. Isn't that the case?
I mean, in the first BioShock, I think there's not anyone still living when you get there.
Well, there's a little video that plays.
Oh, I see. If Stardew Valley began with a video that says, hey, we're so happy you have a farm here now, would that make you feel better about yourself?
If people didn't denigrate me all day long there...
I'm sorry.
Say, I see you don't have anything to donate to this museum.
I'm sorry they don't treat you well.
Yeah, they're kind of mean.
Yeah, you just need to work on making friends. You have to impress them with your know-how, your ingenuity, your farming acumen, and
no,
that.
I think you make friends in Stardew Valley by giving people things.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know that I want to be part of this.
Very
town.
well, very well, very well.
They seem very acquisitive and very like, what are you gonna do for me? And I just don't know if this is a community that is right for me.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm sure we can find another community to be part of if you'd like to. A good scene Avatar. Stardew is a wholesome game. I enjoyed playing Stardew when I played it on stream, but it's okay. Different games for different people, and the kind of wholesomeness on offer is one that does not benefit Noms' life right now. And I guess that's okay, Noms. Noms is interested in playing Unpacking. There's a request for you to play it out on stream sometime soon. Maybe next weekend?
Maybe, we'll see.
Maybe a month from now, maybe next year sometime.
At some point in time,
At some
yes.
time, play Unpacking. This morning while trying to decide what game to play, I did see that Little Kitty in the Big City game. Unfortunately, it's not released for 5 days, so can't play that one. Instead, we're going to go back to a game that just came into full release, I believe, a few days ago. Was in early access for quite a while. We played it one time before. It's called Great Houses of Calderia. I honestly don't recall too much about it, except that it wants to be similar to Crusader Kings 3, but take those CK3 mechanics in a new direction. So we'll check that one out. We'll see how it goes. It's a Saturday stream, so maybe we'll play it just the once. Maybe we'll play it quite a bit. Who knows, who knows, who knows. And Nam, what will you do today? What are your plans for the time ahead?
Responding to emails.
Responding to emails, including an email came through that said, I'm getting promoted. Woo! Woo! Yes, indeed. I applied for promotion back in January, and then the long, slow wait went all the way through, and they said, yes, Resorty, up you go. So I get a slightly modified title, a little bit more money, and to not worry about that anymore. So very happy on that one. Thank you for the kind words. Thanks for the congratulations. Well, I'm only doing one class next semester. So next semester, in the summer, I'm doing 2 classes. In the fall, I'm back and forth. I could probably ask for another section still, but I think I might stay with just the one section and see how having more time for streaming and YouTubing and so on goes. But we'll see, we'll see. Hello, Wendy, how you doing? Hello, Yaris. Hello, everybody. Thank you again for the congratulations. It's very, very kind of you. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Noms, any promotion for you?
I can bring you a grape has its silver ranking bunch of grapes. Would you like that? Or do you want me to process it into jam?
Wait, why has our relationship suddenly been reduced to Stardew Valley?
I don't know. I just thought it might be funny.
Oh, it is funny. Ahaha. Thank you for offering me some silver
German
grapes.
alphabet cookies from IKEA.
I don't think IKEA sells alphabet cookies here.
Yeah, what do the umlaut letters look like? I was gonna ask, like, do they get detached? Do you have just umlauts and you can apply them to any vowel you want?
We'll have to buy those cookies ourselves and try them at some point. But that's fun though.
Go down to the IKEA later today.
Let's not. Let's please not. The IKEA is so busy on weekends. Do you want to go there?
No.
Okay.
I think also it's always full of, like, tourists.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that part of town is often really quite busy on the weekends with a lot of people who don't quite know where they're going and sort of stand around, look at stuff, and That's fine. I'm glad they're having a nice time, but they do get in the way a little bit.
I think where I would be willing to go in IKEA today is the IKEA restaurant, all the way on the top floor, which I've never been to.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have specific lunch plans. I think we talked about going for a picnic, maybe. So we could, instead of picnicking, we could go to IKEA and get a meal there. They have veggie balls, I believe. Mm-hmm. That should be fun. Yeah.
Veggie balls with mashed potatoes and cranberry sauce.
That's great. That's great. We are also planning to go to the museum today. Even though it's very nice outside, so we probably shouldn't go indoors. There's a Western art museum here in Japan that we've been meaning to go to for a while, and it has free admission for us as part of our employment at the university. So I'm excited for it, I guess. I haven't been to that kind of museum in quite a while, actually.
Yeah, it's right next to the Museum of Science and Nature, which is...
You were not impressed with that
one. Not the Field Museum.
Yeah, we talked about this before, like the way in which, for us, we judge all museums in relation to the one we grew up with in Chicago, and that is just not fair, because one in Chicago is one of the best ones in the whole wide world, and the people here are trying their best and putting out some good stuff too, and so we should be appreciative. But yeah, an art museum should be a nice time, specifically Western art, and I wonder how it's presented in Japan, because I think I know how American museums often present the treasures of the East. I'm curious how they are similar in presentation here. Not sure.
Could be.
Yeah.
I think it's funny when you go to an art museum and there was one where they said this is how art would have been presented back in the day, like in the 1800s or something, and they made it like a salon. And it was just crammed full of art.
Oh, really? So instead of having...
like, dun, 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 dun. They just crammed the whole wall full of it. And apparently at one point, that's how art used to be presented in rich people's houses.
That feels so overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very much used to be seeing it as the one piece at a time, and being able to focus on it and concentrate and understand it in ways other than I'm seeing all the art simultaneously. Yeah. Which reminds me of like my grandmother's photo wall. She has a wall where she has pictures of all the grandkids and all the great-grandkids, and there are just so many photos. And it's nice to look at them all at once and say, this is her family, my family, our family. But if it were portraits of famous people and landscapes and so on.
They're like, this is my family.
Yeah, the family of my artwork.
This is my landscape. It's my backyard.
Precisely. So, yeah.
But maybe if you own it, you look at it all the time. So maybe it doesn't feel overwhelming. You're like, today I shall look at this landscape of the moors.
Is this the way in which rich people talk in your mind? Today I shall...
Yes.
It's very nice, very nice. I'm playing something in my hands right now that I should probably talk about. I've not talked about this yet, I'm fairly sure.
You should use it in class, too, as a pointer.
I have a pointer, actually. I have one of those telescoping pointers. Anyway, this is a gift I was given by the... anyone who says this place went over the weekend gets one of these. It's to help you start your fire. If the blowtorch won't do it, you then have this extendable little tube that you blow on, and you can blow air right where you want it to go into a fire, into a bonfire, a campfire, otherwise. I've never seen this before, because, I've always just like blown into the fire with the open mouth. But here you go, like, even exactly where it is. And I don't know if it's something that's available worldwide or another Japanese invention or what, but when you use it, even though it has a removable and replaceable little lip cover here, they let you take it and keep it permanently. So it's a happy memory of a nice weekend.
There are lots of telescoping things here in Japan.
That is absolutely true. It just keeps on going. Hey, 8 bits a byte, thank you for the resubscription. Thanks for keeping those subs going month after month. Very much appreciate it. Hope it's going well for you, and thank you so very much. Let's like a broken antenna someone's upselling.
That is true.
It does feel that way somewhat. Maybe it is. I wanted that. It came inside of a package, though, so the company might be the one doing so, not the person who's visiting us.
I wonder if youths these days would understand that. Because they probably haven't seen, like, an antenna like that on a radio, have they?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think car antennas don't look nearly this clunky and big anymore. I think
they're just like really, really short.
Yeah, part of the blending in a little bit more than previously. Where the cars I had back in the early 2000s, when you turn on the radio, it would then telescope out the antenna, and I felt like quite the fancy person for that.
I was thinking about the kind of boom box that my parents had when I was growing up.
Oh, okay.
It had like it would clip in, so you would have to clip it out, and then you would pull out the antenna.
Yeah, I know what kind you mean.
Yeah.
That's great. Thought that you need a microphone for your surprise visits, so you can wear a microphone on your chest, possibly.
Am I too soft?
I think you look away while talking regularly.
I do that. I am told that I do that when I run hybrid sessions as well, that I look away from the mic, and then people can't hear me anymore.
Do you have a sense of why you do that? Is it an attempt when you're in person with people to look over the entire audience? Is it you look around for your ideas?
I think I try to look at everybody in the audience. Also, I walk away from the quote-unquote podium.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, in a case like that where you're trying to walk through a classroom or across the front, I think that kind of microphone that clips onto the person makes so much sense.
Yeah.
When you lectured in your big lecture halls, did you have a microphone?
Yes, I had a hand mic, I think.
So, wait, while lecturing, you had to hold a microphone a la T-Swizzle?
Oh, wait, I'm trying to remember.
I can't imagine that. Like, trying to gesture at things and write on the board and so on while talking into the microphone the whole time?
I think, so I taught in a few different classrooms, right? So I think there were some times where I had a mic, and it was terrible because I would have a mic, and then I had a screen that would show my PowerPoint, and then if I wanted to write on it, I would have to I hold my mic in my right hand, have to change it to my left hand, and also write. Or if I wanted to, I had my slide advancer in one hand and my microphone in the other hand. Slide advancer also had a laser pointer, so if I wanted to point at something, I had to switch hands.
It's so complicated.
But there were times where I had a lavalier mic too.
Okay, I'm surprised they wouldn't give all lavalier mics for rooms like that, given the difficulty of holding a microphone while doing other things and you write and so on, but this was back in the early 2000s, mid-2000s,
exactly.
Who
so
knows?
It was, I mean, what they had in those lecture halls, for its time, really good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, for their time, really, really good. I remember when I first was in a large lecture hall, this was in grad school, I was head TA for a class of 700, and so as head TA, you're in charge of running the tests. So I would go in, and then the first time I talked into the mic, there was a delay, and that took a second to get used to.
Yeah. I gave a lecture in Poland one time, and I don't know why. It was a relatively small room we were all in, but they required that we use the microphone. Even though I did like the standard thing of, I speak loudly enough, don't worry, I'll definitely project, it's all fine. Just for regularity across the conference, they wanted everyone on the microphone. And it was set up in such a way that when I was talking, I could hear myself echoing back.
Yeah.
And trying to lecture, and then more importantly, think in response to questions while you hear yourself talking is so hard. I know that some streamers do wear headphones and will hear themselves talking while streaming. I can't imagine that, though. I don't know how anyone's able to ignore their words and just focus on making new words. So there's probably a way to get trained into it or get used to it. But yeah, that kind of echoing of one's own voice is certainly difficult.
Yeah, I don't know if this is true because I saw it on the internet. But I saw somewhere that like big stars like T-Swizzle, because they can't hear, they also have like the pitch of the next note in their ear.
Oh, wow.
Like broadcast into their ear mics.
So it might be similar then to like when you go and see a live chorus perform and someone goes, wah, and then everyone's, hello, my baby, hello. I suppose it's not a big choir, but instead it's...
Yeah, except you hear the next note in your head, in your ear, right? So as you're singing one note, you're hearing the next one.
How's that work for runs, though?
I don't think they do all of them.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember one time I went to see an a cappella group, and I was so amazed that they didn't do the but then I realized, they all have earphones on, so they must have the pitch.
I see.
Like, yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think I'm always interested in the way in which Twitch microphones and speaker setups have changed throughout the years. I think in the earliest days of Twitch, most people had gaming microphones, and so they'd have their headphones on and their little like fighter pilot
I think of it as like Britney Spears or Garth Brooks.
Sure, that works
yeah.
too, absolutely. Yeah. And then I think gradually the audio production has gone up and up, where people are now using studio-grade material as if they were recording an NPR broadcast in the morning. And those things are becoming less expensive, where I think in the early days, before people really knew what Twitch was or how it would work, people were just using whatever they happened to have on hand. So yeah. But I like that I don't have to think about my microphone. It's here, it's doing its thing. I could probably change settings, make it even better, but I found myself in my earliest days wearing headphones with the Britney Spears microphone and being very confused about, like, why is it always here? It's touching me. Oh, how do I put it just right? And that was another annoyance while early streaming. But here, just there. Yeah.
It's like when we watched Welcome to Wrexham and they have those... The people there have microphones that you're supposed to they put on their lips. Was it that or was it some other game?
I don't recall.
Where the commentators had microphones that were like touching their upper lips, and I'm like,
you hold their
new.
It limits crowd noise and limits wind blowing across because they're often exposed. But football commentators will often have microphones that are directly against the face. Now, speaking of which, watched the first episode of Welcome to Wrexham Season 3 last night. Pretty enjoyable, also pretty harrowing, though. They show the injury to Wrexham's star player, Super Paul Mullen, that happened last summer on the preseason tour. And for the first time, they released audio of how that went. A goalkeeper charged out of his box and slammed into our striker's midsection, breaking 4 of his ribs and puncturing his lung. And I'd seen the video of the hit. It's absolutely brutal. And then Mullen falling over and being on the ground for like 10 minutes. But yesterday they included the audio of him gasping for breath and repeatedly saying, I can't breathe. And it took me right back there. It was, for me, kind of difficult to watch. Was it for you also?
Maybe. I think the part that was kind of sad was that he insisted on walking out because he knew that his family was watching and that they were in the UK, and so it was the middle of the night there, and that they would be really, really worried if they didn't walking.
Yeah, it makes sense. The way in which he's attending to more than just his physical condition, more than just the game, but instead his family also. And he has a young son, and he's incredibly close to his young son, and so there's this constant demand to put on a good show for him. And Mullen then wasn't able to fly back to the UK for 2 weeks, and his son didn't get it, and how hard that was. So I'm enjoying Welcome to Wrexham. That said, even for an absolutely terrible show, I'd still be enjoying it because it's my special interest, and I appreciate you come along for the ride, Knobs. I appreciate that you're willing to watch the things that I would like to watch. Even if you're not fully into them, I think you're into my being into them, maybe. Absolutely. We are pulling you away from Fallout, though. I'm sorry for that. The Fallout show...
Yeah, that's pretty good.
...is currently on delay or on pause until Welcome to Wrexham is finished, so...
It's pretty good, but quite gruesome, the Fallout show.
Yeah, there's a fair, or at least 1 or 2 incredibly violent scenes every episode of the Fallout show.
And so much blood. So much blood everywhere.
Yeah, and... It's kind of strange because in the normal Fallout games, you can take a perk, like a character modification, that's, what's it called? I don't know what it's called, but it leads to really gory fighting. So every person you shoot explodes in blood and so on. And I think it's called something mess, maybe gory mess or something. And it feels like the show has taken that perk on all of the characters. Bloody mess, thank you. Taking that perk on all of the characters, and so because that it is quite a bit more gory than the game itself is. Because often in the game, you'll shoot a character and they'll just fall over, as opposed to spurting gore everywhere. So
yeah, it reminds me of the particular type of humor it engages in. Also reminds me of is it The Kingsman?
Yeah, the Kingsman show about the British Secret Service and so on. Yeah. Hey, Diggle, good seeing you today, my friend. Hello, Nalfin. Friends, first ad break is coming. When the ad break is over, I'll be asking Noms to leave us, I believe, because we're going to get some gaming in today on this Saturday. Should be a good thing. But over the next 3 minutes, Noms, what would you like to discuss? Hello, Strat. Yes, indeed. Playing a Great House of Calderia. Again, for the first time in a long time. Excited to see how it's looking like now in 1.0. So, pretty Pretty good, pretty good. Noms, what else do you got going
There's
on?
a lot of pressure. All of a sudden I have to come up with topics.
You don't have to. I can keep talking all day. I think the thing to say is yesterday we played the new Paradox Satisfactory plus Minecraft plus Factorio game. I enjoyed it. If you're into factory building games, definitely one to play, but I found it was a little bit too slow for me to stream well. The last hour or so of stream was just me saying, welp, I'm going to build a conveyor belt now. Welp, I'm going to go ahead and now make 3 more smelters. Welp, 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 whatever. And it didn't lead to a lot of interaction with chat, and so I felt kind of bored, honestly, while playing it. Which I think is great. It's a game I would enjoy playing if I had something else going on, like chatting with noms or maybe watching a YouTube video. But for me to stream it effectively, it was just not quite there, unfortunately. And yeah, it's really good though. It's a really good game though. I think if you're into factory building games, it's one that you should check out. Though it does follow a very similar pattern to the games mentioned a moment ago, and that's how it goes, I suppose. Jewel of the Sea, how you doing, Jewel? Thank you for that resubscription for 23 total months. Goodness gracious. Thank you very, very much. You like Bearded Resorty? Oh gosh, Noms, I can't remember. You have no strong beliefs about beards, right?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
What would you prefer the state of my face to be?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So, as I said previously...
I love you just the way you are.
Thank you, Dobbs. As I said previously, I don't mind my face being whatever my face happens to be. I just don't like it when part of me becomes a character on the stream. And so, if people start coming in and saying, hey man, love the beard, I then want to shave the beard immediately. Because I think anything that's talking about my body makes me feel really bad.
What are people talking about your glasses?
I mean, I think of my glasses as being part of me in an important sense. Like when I close my eyes and say, okay, Resorty, what do you look like? The glasses are there, but it doesn't bother me nearly as much. In part because I'm kind of stuck with the, glasses. I'm gonna need to have them regardless.
You could have contacts.
No, I tried back in high school and I could not get over the experience of putting my my fingers into my face. I haven't tried in a very long time, but I don't know. Anyway, it's one of these things where were I not streaming, I probably would keep a beard, just because I'm incredibly lazy when it comes to shaving. But as a streamer, I think it's probably better for me to stay clean shaven, because no one comes in and says, hey man, nice clean shave, where they will come in and say, hey man, you have a beard. Oh my god, no. I come to this place to forget that I have a body. Let's go ahead and remove the webcam and stand here in absolute silence. So
maybe you can wear a mask.
I wore a mask a couple times during COVID, usually in response to plagues and other problems in games. I do wonder if there are streamers who now consistently wear COVID kind of masks. They started back in the pandemic, maybe. It's become part of the character. I don't know. Also, you can handle my Wrexham shirts, and you can handle the suit. This formal shirt with no tie and no coat situation is unsettling. Noms, how do I dress most days?
Like this?
Like this. This is honestly
very unsettling.
This is honestly what I look like more days than not. I don't know why. I'm just most comfortable wearing an undershirt and the button-up overshirts, and yeah, this is just me. So maybe one of these days I'll get back to the Wrexham shirt. Probably when the season starts again. Maybe over the break here, though, I should be wearing other teams' shirts. Tomorrow we're going to see the Tokyo Black Rams, a rugby team. So maybe I'll get a Black Rams jersey and wear it on stream, perhaps.
I just realized that this is probably how we'll look later today. I will wear my hoodie.
Yep.
And you will wear that.
Yep.
And they'll say, look, this nice man is taking his daughter to the museum. No, it's not even his daughter. This nice man is taking some random Japanese child to the museum.
Yeah. I don't know why I dress this way. Just kind of what I do. How it goes. Hello, Harry. How's it going, my friend? Hello, Rad Cakes. Sure, I can deadlift quite a lot. I was doing some heavy deadlifting back in graduate school and tweaked my left shoulder. And ever since then, deadlifts hurt. So I can do light deadlifting, but the squats weren't that for me all the way.
Oh yeah, remember This thing?
Yes, Noms, I remember that
Oh,
thing.
I'd forgotten about it. I was thinking about how we paid for this gym membership that we're not using, but I just now remembered this issue.
Yeah, this issue is my left arm can lift so much less than my right arm, and not just like in bicep mode, in any mode that engages the shoulder. I really struggle. So on the right hand side for this kind of straight lift, I can lift quite a bit. On the left hand side, it's like 2 pounds and it hurts. So I think that a normal person would then go to a doctor. I went to a doctor back when I first had the injury, and he was not helpful at all. And ever since then, I've not gone, and it's okay. The arm still functions.
The doctors in that area are not very good.
Yeah. I wonder how many problems I've had over the past 5 years where I've said I should probably go to a doctor, and I just haven't done so. I have a whole what is it? I want to say menagerie. That's not quite the word, though. A whole collection of troubles. Someday I'll make a doctor very, very rich with all of them. Aaron Mithra, it's good seeing you. You're also on Team Button-Up Collar Shirt every day. Hey, there's at least 2 of us. Very good, very good. Yeah, I don't think I mean, I do infrequently wear t-shirts out, but I prefer t-shirts around the house and this kind of thing otherwise. Maybe try physiotherapy. There is an English-speaking physiotherapist group here in Tokyo. They're Australians, I believe. I've thought about going to them, but I don't know if I need a diagnosis first or what exactly.
Well, it depends on how much money you're willing to pay.
True enough.
This thing?
You have to show them what you're talking about?
Yeah. This? One of our colleagues has one of these that she uses as a pointer, but it has the ball on the end.
Oh no.
Just like on television.
Oh no.
It has like the little styrofoam ball, and then she uses it to point to things on the PowerPoint.
Here's the thing that happened just now. Let me finish that story first. I'll agree with you, Knobs. I've never actually used a laser pointer or a pointer in class. Because I don't use maps. I think that is the big difference. Where I write things on the board or I occasionally show movies, but I never need to indicate some small percentage of what's being presented.
Yeah.
Have you ever used a pointer?
Yeah, sometimes I use a laser pointer. Use a laser
To indicate what?
The thing that I'm talking about. Like sometimes it's the particular bullet point I'm referring to. It's usually not when I'm close enough that I can reach it.
Okay.
I've used a laser pointer when I was teaching like the class of hundreds of people,
sure,
where I was not near the thing. Or if I am talking about a piece of art and I want to refer to a particular part.
Look
of
at this
the
hand
art.
here. That hand has 5 fingers. That means that ChatGPT did not make it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now we also have, like, you can just use the mouse on the computer to be like, this thing. Most of the time people can see the mouse. Sometimes they can't. But sometimes you can use the pen, depending on what your device is. You can use the pen to circle what it is.
If I had a Wacom table, or tablet rather,
yeah,
then I'd be able to, etc., etc.
I watch our colleagues like solve math equations using their Wacom tablet, or like draw on econ charts using their Wacom tablet.
That's very cool. Very cool.
It is installed in some of the classrooms.
It is. I've actually in a classroom that had one of those tablets that you can write on and then have it appear on the board. And I considered trying to make my class mold my class in a way that actually use that thing.
Right.
But I couldn't find any way to do it that didn't feel forced. Because I don't like make PowerPoints ahead of time. I don't look at art usually, and if I do, I just gesture towards whatever I want to talk about. But I'm just not a high-tech teacher.
I guess if you are having students draw, you can have the student come up and draw on the Wacom instead of on the board itself, right?
True.
Because they're really good at drawing on like tablets.
Yeah, these E-kids grew up in the E-life and so on. In the same way they want to type their exams so badly, and I just won't let them because I'm a horrible person.
I mean, I'm tending more toward that, having read their handwriting.
Handwriting's pretty rough. My handwriting is genuinely terrible. If I figure out my handwriting, I figure out their handwriting, it's all fine.
Well, there's one student that both of us had that had really hard handwriting.
That's true.
Like cursive and kind of like really smushed and
Yep.
tilted.
But I figured it out, and it's okay.
I figured it out.
Absolutely. Friends, behind the scenes, something very, very cool just happened. This is beneficial not just to me, but to you also.
You too.
Totally unexpected, which is Strat, who is a marketing person for this game we're playing right here, right now, or just a moment here, private messaged me and said, hey, do you want some giveaway keys for the game you're playing today? And so... yeah, after a certain number of hours here, probably an hour and a half or so, we'll do a giveaway for some keys for this game. So you want a chance to play Great House of Calderia also, you can do that, and that's a really, really, really nice strat. Totally unexpected, but totally appreciated, and yeah, that is dope. I agree. Totally dope all the way. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Noms, I should probably be asking you to go away pretty soon here, because I can only stream about 12:30 today. It's a Saturday after all, and got things to do, like the museum visit and so on. Any closing thoughts, any closing words, or things you'd like to share with the class?
No.
Noms is the spirit of negation today.
Good luck winning the giveaway.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. That'd be a nice thing for sure. All right, Noms.
Okay.
What museum are we going to? The Museum of Western Art in Ueno.
Yeah.
Ueno Park is a park of quite a few museums.
Yeah.
Including the Royal National Museum, which often has various exhibitions coming through. I think the Picasso one a few months back, maybe.
That's where we saw the terracotta soldiers.
Terracotta soldiers there. That's absolutely right. They brought over...
excuse me, that's where we saw the backs of many people, and occasionally between them we saw a glimpse of a terracotta soldier.
Yeah, the museums do get quite busy here.
Especially when there's a special exhibition.
Yeah, because anything that we want to go see, anytime we say, oh, that presentation looks amazing, the other millions of people here also say, that looks interesting. We all pile in together, and that's one thing I do miss about living in more rural areas, is we tend
Nobody wants to see the art.
It's true, so we got first in line on those things. Anyway, Noms, I do appreciate you. I will see you in just a few hours.
Okay.
Thanks for being here.
Okay.
You're awesome, and
Okay.
enjoy your work.
Okay.
Okay. Friends, it is time for us to play a little video game called The Great Houses of Calderia. Calderia. I don't know how to say it, but those are the words I'm going to say all stream long. You'll notice it pops up right away with a warning to us. Data collection and usage for game development. I must tell them these things about me. The SDK version for Unreal Engine. I don't know what that means. Various other things about my computer, as well as the legal basis for processing of data is my consent. I do wonder if I refuse this, can I still play the game? I want to be helpful though. I will say, yes, you may use my things here. There we go. All right, let me check the settings and see how big the UI will be, and if I'm able to make it so that you all can see more effectively, or it's all the same. Oh, that's a lot of stuff there. But I don't say anything about, UI scaling. Okay, we can increase the UI scale if we want to, if it's too small for you all after a while. We'll check and see how it goes though, and see what's what. Noms, do you want to stay in comment on my gameplay? That's what Eka encouraged us to do.
I'm just watching the pretty graphics.
The graphics are very pretty. I like that not only are they...
Like television.
Not only do they nicely present elements from this part of history, but also they are moving graphs are great. Exactly, Gilius. At the centerpiece of this island, so this game is not set in Europe, but instead in some random island somewhere. There is a volcano cauldron at the middle, the Caldera. Caldera?
I think so.
I think Caldera, so I think it's Calderia. I have no idea. Anyway, let's get this thing started.
Well, that's a giant Venus de Milo.
Giant Venus de Milo. I believe this game is something Italy-ish.
I mean, it looks very... All the words are Italian.
Yep. Togbanella. Albarod. Well, less so.
Why are you pronouncing everything like it's a pasta?
Okay. Calderia, not Caldaria. Yeah, we'll try our best. The story so far. Calderia was once revered as a paradise. However, the ancient rulers lusted after power and knowledge, leaving devastation in their wake. Over time, the reasons for the downfall faded from memory, and for centuries it was forbidden even to mention its existence. When the new emperor learned of this forgotten land, he disregarded the superstitious warnings of the council and granted a mandate for any noble house to claim parts of the land in his name. A viceroy was appointed to govern Calderia on his behalf. Only 2 generations into the recolonization efforts, discord has surfaced. Speaking of Discord, if you do !Discord in the chat, you're able to join our Discord server. We have great conversations there about whatever's happening in the world, as well as video games and book club and all the rest. Discord, a nice place to be. Rumors whisper the Viceroy has begun to succumb to the same thirst for power that plagued Calderia's past rulers. Bump, bump, bump. So one thing I'm slightly unsure about right now is where I should be on the screen. I didn't check this game, so I may need to move the webcam after a moment. For now, though, we know this is a place of discord and unhappiness and all the rest. House Origins. Our house embarked on the journey back as well. We are called... What should our house be? Noms, you get to pick today.
What?
You don't have to.
I was here quietly observing.
Okay, I was trying to let you be the #1 chatter today.
No, I'm just observing.
You're just observing, okay. Chat, what do you want? What are our noble house be? Standardly we go the Resorty, but in this case I'd be delighted to pick up a different name. Possibly something that's Italian in origin. There's some voting for noms, some House Risorte, a little, I'll do the hand motion also, which is probably profoundly offensive. Noms, because you're here, house with a roof. Alright. Noms, Nomzania, is that nice? Nomzarelli?
That sounds like pasta.
Pasta sounds delicious. What do you think? Nomzilla? What would you like your name to be?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, it's just House Noms then. Nomsylvania. These are all great names, but Noms, it's you. Alright, as the etiquette of feudalism dictates, each house has different ideals to follow and traditions to value. 1 second, forgot to change the game music. Let's fix that. We still have our piano music going in the background.
Oh boy.
Alright, it's alright. I catch these things. Aha! There's your medieval music. So, what kind of people are we known as? We could be peacemakers, which leads to faster population growth. Idealists, where people are happier. Warriors, family members are stronger in battle. Isolationists, safety levels are higher. Schemers with better spies. And scholars, upgrades are cheaper.
This is like the Harry Potter houses. +2.
+2. Yes. Do you want to be Ravenclaw or Slytherin, or what would you like now? You get to pick what kind of family.
No. You're the one who's playing, so.
I am playing. Hey, Dirty Minion. Thank you for the new subscription. I'm having a good day, Dirty Minion. Thank you for your kindness. It's good to have you with us. Absolutely. All right. So I tend to always go scholars. I tend to research. Always.
But you're a Hufflepuff.
I am a Hufflepuff. I wish I were not, but I am unfortunately a Hufflepuff because I'm a nice person. That's what it comes down to. I just want to be helpful. For this, our first real playthrough of the game, I'm going to choose faster population growth.
Hufflepuff.
It's yellow? Is that what it is?
No, they're peacemakers.
Oh, peacemakers.
Isn't that Hufflepuff?
Are they actually? I really don't know enough about Harry Potter to have a strong opinion. But sure, blessed are the faster population growers. It was our parents that led our expedition to recolonize Calderia. Decades later, their time was up, but they left behind a prosperous fiefdom, large family, and the beginnings of a legacy. It came time to choose who among their children would become the new head of house. So we can choose a different name for these people, but here are the children of our parents, grandparents, whomever. So Nestor first had a 15 in diplomacy, a 10 in economy, an 11 in intrigue, and a 13 in military. So we also have traits on each of them. So Nestor is sociable, daring, altruist, and a meddler. The other ones have fewer traits. So I'm going to choose just the first person, as they seem to have the best overall traits, and none that are especially low.
What's wrong with idiot?
Yes, Marcella is an idiot. People say to me condescendingly, ignorance is a bliss. I have no idea what they're talking about. I know what I know. How could anyone know more than what they know? This is our big dum-dum. There's skeptic also. I like sociable. You enjoy the company of others, conversation, jokes, etc. There is a reroll button, so if we want to, we could probably make many other characters. My concern, of course, is we'll not get anyone who's quite as good as this first one. And I'm guessing you can reroll to get someone with all 20s or all 15s or whatever. I'll just take this person. But they need a...
Oh boy, Nestor.
I thought we could just change the name. You can also change their clothing and all the rest. Well, welcome to the next 4 hours of stream, where we choose what exactly they're to be. So you will be Noms. You are the bearer of the family name as well. So let's take your clothing off for now, so we can see your face and so on. Man, there's so many things going on here.
And they don't cost any different monies?
I don't believe they cost monies, or maybe the money was spent first. This counts as a hair. How do I remove the helmet entirely? Are they going to have a helmet no matter what? Maybe let's go to hair instead. All right, for the moment, you're beautiful. Noms, I'd like you to help create us. So are you medium-skinned, fair-skinned, or olive-skinned in this game?
I don't know. This feels like a loaded question.
It definitely is the case that I think it probably has no in-game consequences at all. It's just what kind of person do you want to look at all the way through?
I don't know.
No,
I really don't
this is
know.
too difficult. Too difficult.
Too difficult.
All right.
I do not want somebody with a weak jaw, and I do not want that man with a giant double chin either.
Okay, you do not want this to be the presentation of Noms. Can you change gender?
That Noms looks pretty happy.
That is a happy Noms, having a sociable fun time. Here, this person has rosy cheeks a la a clown. Let's pick that one. And let's pick some hair now. So do you want the character to be wearing a helmet, to have some hair, to be wearing a turban-looking thing? What kind of foppish fun are you feeling today? Beards.
Oh, look at those hats. Those are nice hats.
These ones here.
Those are the ones underneath. Yeah,
The
those
bottom
are
one
nice
here.
hats.
All right, so which jaunty helmet feels correct for you?
That's a nice hat.
You like this one. It feels kind of
nice
straw hat-like. Has a little Santa Claus marker on back. That's great. Now comes the clothing.
Oh,
So
gosh.
the ancient clothing, the valiant clothing, the ordinary clothing, or plate armor, extravagant armor, gracious armor, sly armor.
Oh,
Man,
what about that last sly thing? It matches my hat.
there's a tremendous amount of customization in this game. I'm really quite surprised by how many ways you can make your
This
character.
is nice too. There's lots of different colors.
Let's look at both of those. You have this one possibly first, looking nicely foppish. Or this one here, looking multicolored.
That looks like a Monet.
Would you like to be
I don't know. There's so many.
Noms the Monet? You can wear a higher collar if you want to.
Ooh.
Purple, the color of royalty. Up here, extravagant clothing, looking like a lovely, what's that person called? Crier, perhaps?
Well, that's nice. The red picks up the red on the hat. Very nice.
You like that one?
I guess.
Okay.
I really don't know.
And then we have background.
Ah!
What do you want to see? Solid color, geometric color, a pattern, be out of doors. What is Noms the Noms feeling today?
Oh, what about that pattern? What
This
about
one
of
here.
those patterns, yeah. That's
All
nice.
right. The black one,
That's
the
true.
blue one,
Ooh.
the russet one,
I blend into that.
the magenta,
I blend into that.
gentle lace, or some yellow fun.
Oh, maybe the blue one.
Maybe the blue one. All right, Noms, there you are. We made you you. Do you like yourself?
It's all right.
You're all right. That's what counts.
There's a lot going on there.
All right, we've selected Noms of Noms. You look beautiful. I will do the best I can with you all the way through. Now we must choose our coat of arms. All right, so there are 10 categories and then multiple icons within the categories. So before we get clicking through, Noms, is there a particular icon or character, presentation of what you want the family to be? The choices are fauna, flora, warfare, architecture, commerce, arts, scholars, marine, mythical, or geometra. Cuh.
Well, aren't we? We're peacemakers, right? We're like happy peacemakers.
We are peacemakers, yes.
So maybe we should choose some fauna or flora that's like happy peacemaking flora.
Okay, so right now we're only looking at the insignia in the middle here. So like a flower, 3 flowers, I don't know what this is. Starburst of flower.
That looks like a lily.
Oh, this is a lily. Okay, a lily, and then a mistletoe, maybe. A leaf. Are we the leaf people? Are we the people of the farm? The people of a very useful, huge bounty this year. Are we grapists? Are we tree?
Oh, that's pretty.
Lastly, this. You like this one here? Okay,
That tree's
cool.
pretty.
I
mean, I like the idea that we're grapists too, because Noms has rather rosy cheeks. That
It's true.
Maybe Noms has been drinking too much of the wine.
I like that. So, what color would you like your tree to be?
Green.
Green. Okay. There are 4 possible greens. This one, number 3, or number 4.
Number 2.
Number 2. All right. Now, what kind of background do we want? Number 1 is the split one. 2. So what I like about this one is you can have the earth below and the blue sky above. Also, Nom's just fallen asleep. So she's the viewer who is actively involved in these choices. Can you even imagine what the rest of chat is feeling right now? Everyone in the world having a little nap time. So I like this, though you can change all the colors if you want to. All right. We also have multiple lines, a little higher multiple lines, drowning in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like your plants out front, Noms. Oh, Noms had a bunch of 3 or 4 plants outside, and it rained very heavily while we were gone. It's been raining quite a bit recently here in Tokyo, and one of the plants may have floated away.
No, it's still there.
Oh, it's still there?
It's just rotting.
It is rotting. The plant that was growing happily is now actively rotting because of all the water it got. It's a poor little jade plant, but poor Noms' plant. All right, a little bit less water, perhaps. Side by side. Any of these popping out, Noms? Again, we changed the colors.
The one that you had before was fine, thank you.
The one where I had the dirt below, sky above.
That's nice.
Okay, oh, you have water flowing through the roots. I love this customization. There's so many ways you can go.
So many.
And you want to keep the brown and blue, or should we look through the blues? See if it... Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Different possible blues. We could have a
like the lighter blue is nice.
Lighter blue's nice.
Yeah.
1 or 2?
1.
1? Okay. And then the color of the dirt. Should we have a sand?
No.
Some loamy soil? Even darker, or that rich Nebraska soil?
Okay, number 4.
Number 4. Okay, I believe you made all the choices. The next choice is... When our house embarked on the journey to Calderia, we... were among the first to arrive, near the Emperor's lands in the east. If you do that, you go to the flatlands, you have bonus to crops and population both. Or, do we arrive early, landing in the south near Arameta, home of the mathemagicians? This is a hillside with grapes and livestock. Or, do we arrive later than most and settled in the mountains of the north, more materials and metal ore? Or do we arrive when most of the land was inhabited, thus we settled a bit further away to the west, in the steppes, gaining horses and gold? Noms, what kind of people are the Nomsians?
Well, since we're plentiful in population peacemakers, maybe we should be in the flatlands.
Okay. So even more population, even more crops. I am curious if this is easy to hard, though I'm not sure on that, but sure, we'll go flatlands for now. All right, choose ye a starting location. From the unclaimed lands available to us, we establish our settlement in ...
This is where you get.
Oh, I see. Here's difficulty level. So On each of
Or
the
maybe
different
they're
ones.
all easy.
Nope,
Okay.
there are other ones. So we can start at Galdus in the north. The fiefdom is established on a rocky and flat peninsula. Numerous small fishing villages contribute to the sustenance of the fiefdom, yet the province is primarily well suited for sheep grazing and horse breeding. Or here, Lunrisa, a remote location, offers all the conveniences of home. Their nearest neighbor, Marnico, lies separated by the mountains of Malsferto, and the treacherous wastes of Denti de Setos. These two fiefdoms have fostered a special bond over the decades. Now, this is the part of the stream where something very important happens. Noms, what's the important thing to happen now? Can you tell?
No.
Native Italian speakers, I am so unbelievably sorry for what I'm doing to your language. Or, we go down here to Monaco, benefiting from fertile soils created by a volcano and the forested slopes of Monferto, Rolono, Burgina. I'm going to take the one that's medium difficulty right now. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so we get certain bonuses. Weaker to gold production and grape production. More horses, fewer materials, fewer metal ores. We have 9 workers, 18 buildings are built when we start, and a high starting population. That seems great. Now, what do we name this place? It's currently called Galdus. What do you want to call it instead, Noms?
I don't know.
You don't know. All right.
There's a lot of pressure here.
There are a lot of choices to get a playthrough started. Also, I am blocking this out. Are you ready for medium difficulty? Probably not. Well, maybe we should easy instead. Maybe we should say, alright, I'll be an easy mode guy. Let's go and take Lunrisa on the water instead. In Lunrisa, we call it instead Nomstopia. Alright, we confirm this.
I feel like Augustus going around naming everything.
Absolutely, it's Augustus name everything, or Alexandria. Weren't there 12 or 13 Alexandrias at one point? Because Alexander the Great kept going around saying, this one, we'll call it Alexandria. Back in the time when our house still lived within the main empire, our lives were known as apprentices. Other houses don't get any bonuses, but suffer from lack of production efficiency. Child's play, we got it so easy. Or we the bourgeoisie. Other houses get small production bonuses and are immune to drops in production efficiency. This is the usual story. We had our hardships, but none more than the other houses. Or were we maesters? Our houses get production bonuses. Other houses get production bonuses, are immune to drop in production efficiency, and get few extra buildings at start. Alright, so this is, does the AI get to cheat? Are we balanced, or instead, is it somewhat easy? We'll go medium here and see how that goes. Would you like to have a tutorial? So I believe we did this tutorial when the game first started, and when we played it in early access. I remember literally none of it though. So let's have the tutorial and get reading. The members of your house may be accessed over there. We have Noms, Folco, Marcella, Floriana, Luana, and others I'm sure. Hover on the eye icon to see the portraits for more info. This fiefdom is your home, Baron Noms of Nomstopia. You're a vassal of the House Agninaldi. You pay taxes to them. Counts may have several barons as vassals. Duchess Galan governs over the duchy you belong in. So we are under a baron, or are we barons? 1 second. We are a baron of a county of a duchy. So it's like CK3 in that sense, follow that kind of hierarchical structure, though at the same time, we recognize that all the ducal positions are already held, as opposed to needing to be created. Got it. 4 duchies in Calderia. Duchies are indicated by different background colors on fiefdom banners. Dukes may have several counts as their vassals. Montstemo de Calder is the capital of Calderia. Viceroy Montsbara ruled over Calderia on the emperor's behalf. So this is the person to whom all of the titles are referred. Alright, fiefdom shortcut. Return to the fiefdom by clicking this button right here. Boop. Actions on the map are done through fiefdom action menus. Clicking on the fiefdoms opens their action categories. Boop. Click the View button under Fiefdom View. The population of your fiefdom is shown here. The first number is your current population, 9. The second number is your maximum population cap, 10. Population increases when the semicircle bar next to the number fills to the top. Green bar indicates growth, red indicates loss. So we're currently losing population. Through no fault of my own, everyone doesn't want to be with me anymore. Alright. Your population amount translates to workers. It's wise to make sure you have enough crops to feed your people. Each worker consumes 1 food per day as food. Click on the farmer's profession. So we're making 12.4 crops on 9 population. That seems good. Click there though. Each worker assigned a profession increases productivity. So it seems you can have infinite farmers if you want to, where others of the jobs are capped. Total production per day is shown here. Our production is negative 4.2 crops per day. Okay, so the 12.4 must be what we have saved up right now as opposed to what we're producing. These panels, here and here, show what's required to produce the resource as well as where the resource is currently consumed. So food is used for feeding workers and also for wages. We're producing 12.4, we're consuming 16.5. Wages seem to be the largest element right now. Drag and drop workers from other professions to farmers until production of crops is positive. It takes time for workers to reach full potential after transfers. Farmers don't have maximum worker capital, other professions do. There are 2 masons, so let's steal 1 mason and have them become a farmer. We're now at negative 0.3, but it says it takes time for workers to reach full potential, so we could wait on that. I see though I have to have enough production right now to continue the tutorial, so I will steal, I don't know what I'll steal, a freeholder. What do freeholders do? They make horses, it looks like. Alright, horse guy, up you go too. We now have extra crop production. Population growth. Your population grows according to the happiness of your workers. So if 5 workers at negative 1 happiness means city growth of negative 5. Overseers. You may assign family members to overseer professions. The competence of the overseer may boost or hinder the profession. Production and happiness are the most important features at the beginning. Those are measured by the diplomacy and military skill of the overseer. So production is diplomacy, happiness is military? That seems wrong, so probably not. But drag and drop a portrait of the family to the empty overseer slot. It's gotta be me. So you oversee, that leads to 22 production instead of 20.1. So a bit of an increase. Nice. Ermithan says the UI reminds me of CK2. I agree with that. Definitely the pictures looking off to the side, very CK2-like. The amount of all your resources are here at the top there. Your surplus or deficit per day is indicated by the small numbers. The Wii stop sign icon indicates the problem with production. So a problem with horses and a problem with scholars, as we have no one working those jobs at all. Click the back button on the lower right corner of the screen or right mouse button to return the map when you are ready. So back button at lower right, I don't see that, or right mouse button. Bottom left here. The tutorial tip did say bottom right, didn't it? Anyway, bottom left. Right click. Your current objectives can be seen here. You've already done the first one. Alright, so assign an overseer, then make a visit, then construct a building, etc. Blue Moon Empress, thank you for the ongoing subscription for 42 months. What is 6 times X? 42 divided by 6. 6, 12, 18, 24. 24 times 2 is 48. 48 minus 6 is 42. You can do the rest of the math. The rest of that is left to reader. Alright, we've done our first objective. Amazing. Good diplomatic relations are important. Send an official visit to the Overlord's fiefdom to improve the relations. We're going to go see Count Aguinaldi of Cagliani. Click here. Diplomacy button. Official visit. We see here there's so many other possible actions. Some which we'll probably learn about, others of which we will have to just push buttons on, probably. Alright. All delegations have to be done by someone in the family. Choose a leader for the delegation. Tip. High diplomacy skill is often helpful on diplomatic missions. So, once again, I may only move Noms Ipse over. I just remembered, this game is the one where you engage in diplomatic combat by playing a little board game. I believe I was so bad at it. We'll see. Alright, choose a delegation target. You may choose who you're going to visit by selecting a member from the other family on the right-hand side. The circles indicate personal relations, the shields indicate house relations. Tip, choose people who like one another. Again, I may only select the count here. So we see that they have a bit of happy friendship at 10 points, and a bit of family friendship also at 10 points. Uccelli Aguinaldi is 33, has higher diplomacy than we do, unfortunately. A shame, a shame. Official visit. Send the official visit delegation to our fiefdom, etc. Noms is currently overseeing farmers. This activity will stop if Noms is not on a delegation. Fine. Here are the time controls. Whenever an event pops up, the game is paused till you resolve them. Pause, times normal speed, faster and faster still. Paused. Alright, unpause. There we go. I want to briefly see... I can put someone else in charge of the farmer job to make sure we no longer are negative on it. Because I moved 5 people there, we are no longer negative. Our happiness is still down. Why is that? I moused over here somewhere, it showed me. I can't find that spot. There we go. Because wages are too low, because there's a food shortage. There's no longer a food shortage. Maybe I just need to give it some time. Alright, the people we have here. Folco is stubborn and sociable, about 12 or 13 on everything. Marcella is a cunning, skeptical idiot. Floriana is quite the diplomat, forgiving, altruistic, and cruel. Luana, wary, ambitious, etc. Bardo, ugly and sociable. We're told that military and diplomacy is most important for overseeing. And so Folco at the top here, 12 and 12, 8 and 10, 16 and 11 seems very good. I'm going to go Folco for right now and see. Are some of these characters ones that made it to the main screen that didn't choose? I believe so. So you could re-roll for the rest of your family instead of just your main character. But that's how it goes. Folco, you look over the farmers. Now, I don't know how else to use the characters here. But it could be good to have everyone have an overseer for the moment. And we saw that horses and scholars aren't working terribly well because we have no one on those jobs. So I'm going to take one farmer away for right now. That makes us have positive food, but not quite as much as before. That's alright. And let's see here. Marcella, you're an idiot. I want to make you in charge of the scholars. We can see as we mouse through here what the increases are. And it seems that she increases none of the production even a little bit. Where Floriana will get us 0.1 more on some of these things. More herdsmen. And then Luana, also a very slight increase. Sure. You can also order your workers to work harder. Increasing work efforts boosts production, but makes the workers unhappy. Better wages solve this problem. Here are wages per worker. So it seems you can give them 3 levels of wages. from just crops to booze to I don't know what this indication is. That's fine for right now. We are on our delegatory visit forward. Our next job is to construct a building. Soon, soon, soon. We see how big the whole map is. There's a lot going on here. Like a tremendous number of families here. The official visit has begun. Most interactions between other families are presented as events. The event happens to the person on the left. So the event is happening to Noms Noms, despite the fact that Noms Noms went to the location. Skills of the characters have often the greatest impact on the possible outcomes. Skill of 10 to 12 is average, above 18 is superb. So Uccelli here is a 19, so a superb diplomat. Personal relations hinder or help, good to know. Game Merchant, welcome back. You may choose what the family members try to achieve, but characteristics determine how well they succeed. The skills of the event characters are often compared to one another. Hover over the event choices to get a hint of what affects the outcome and select a choice. So here we go. During a dinner at Cararni, Uccelli Agonaldi asked Noms to speak honestly about how House Agonaldi is viewed in Nomstopia. So the person we're visiting wants to know what we think of his family back home. Got it. The request is polite, but obviously he's trying to assess the trustworthiness of House Noms. How should Noms answer the request without causing a diplomatic conflict? So it looks like our houses are pretty neutral back home. So you can speak openly, affects in my diplomacy and their intrigue. So they have 4 intrigue, we have 15 diplomacy. It seems good. You can be vague, which compares intrigue, or a couple of stories and half-truths. This determines by military and diplomacy and where fate is. Let's speak openly. Best way to be. Noms Noms speak honestly, while leaving out any details which could cause damage to House Noms. Uccelli is satisfied with his account. So, our account now feels better about us personally and also on the family level. Very, very cool. Down here then, you can check all current, past, and future objectives from this button right here. This is the end of the tutorial. Feel free to browse your current and future objectives to get an idea of what you could try to achieve next. More game mechanics will be explained to you as you try them for the first time. When done, click the right mouse button or the back button. Alright, so here are the roads to victory. They clap to the end? Maybe. So, from the start, we can go up in the direction of withdrawing from the public eye, become isolationist, etc., etc. In the middle, we can gain some initial growth, heading ultimately to building networks of power and taking over everything. Or at the bottom here, the scholarly path. So you can have a scholarly win, a main win, or an isolationist win. At the very top also, there's world progress. World progress seems to have a whole bunch of destiny events. What those are, I do not know. Probably for our first playthrough, we should head down the initial growth line and just figure out the normal play. So next we must construct a building. I'd like to do that straight away. So the tutorial did not tell me how to construct a building. Maybe we view our home here. And this is the keep. Upgrades marked with the check mark are already built. An upgrade with a hammer icon can be built immediately. The hammer icon indicates you don't have enough resource to build the upgrade. That's red ones. Note, when an upgrade is started, all workers in the profession will focus on completing it. During construction, the production of the profession's resource is heavily reduced, or even completely stopped, depending on profession. A lock icon indicates some other upgrade must be built before the upgrade is unlocked. All professions have 4 tiers of upgrades that are unlocked by the upgrades made to the castle, the first profession. Upgrade your castle to a burg, a keep, a fortress, citadel will unlock new upgrade tiers in all of the professions. Cool. Hey, Dellerfin, thank you for the resubscription, my friend. 40 months. Very, very kind of you to be with us all that way through. That's 10 by 4 or 2 by 20 or insert other numbers here. Thank you, Dellerfin, for your kindness. Alright, so there's a lot of upgrading. But then, here are the upgrade effects. Increasing city size, etc., etc. Hover the icons to show descriptions. Alright. So, unlocks new companions and such, worker slots, etc. So, if we want to, we can make a burg, or stone walls, or a keep. Now, this is the keep line up here. Keep makes money, as well as the other little bits. There are farmers, we can make new crop fields, vineyards, making table grapevines, and so on. I have no idea. That's right, we have a Borg. Resistance is feudal. Feudal. I mispronounced that, but that's perfect for this game. Resistance is feudal. So increase population limits, increase worker slots there, have a new companion, work effort increase, and higher wages unlocked. For right now, there's no one working in the keep. I wonder if I should do some more of that. Looking at the people who are currently unassigned, the person who we could put in the keep would actually produce less money. Oh, I put him there accidentally. What should I do with you? Bardo, I put you on the herdsman. Sorry. Marcella, you were there before, correct? You were not. Floriana? Yes. Alright. I have no idea what to make quite yet. I do see that we're growing in population, though. So I'm just going to start with the castle here and upgrade this thing by making the burg so that we're able to... Oh no, actually the burg here is already made. Checkmark means it's done. So we currently have not enough of anything to build a fortress, etc. To build a fortress, we need a lot more of all of our resources, it looks like. How about the other buildings? So these are already built. We can have wine grapes or appellation. If we have the wine grapes, we have a profession called winemakers. So probably a new job shows up. With appellation, we have higher wages unlocked. Okay. Masons, we can get quarries. That gives us a worker slot and profession miners. Herdsmen, we can't do anything currently. Freeholders, nothing currently. Scholars, nothing currently. So what I'm seeing is we should save up our resources and maybe to have more population. Let's wait on construction. Oh, no. We have a quest to make a constructed building. The reason we're told to do that is for the line of winning. Wine grapes it is. Build me wine grapes. Grape production drops to 30% for the construction duration. Sure. Fewer grapes, more labor. One family member is old enough to become a squire. Noah Noms suggests that a youth would become a squire for a night in the other family in order to get military training. This will lead to improvement in relations between the two families, and you'll get a bit of insight to the other family's fiefdom. The child will also improve their military skills better under squireship than at home. So I don't know why they said let's send him to the Guerra family, but 10-year-old Noah Noms, who's lazy and reckless and benevolent, could become a squire. That seems kind of bad. But it looks like squire is the only job available for our 10-year-old child. We could marry her off instead. Not yet. No marrying off 10-year-olds. Sure, become a squire, have a good time, kid. So Zeno here took my daughter, possibly? I'm not exactly sure what happened to that kid there, but Bardo has no job. Marcella has no job. Noms, the leader of our family, is unmarried. May I fix that? Suggest that 2 unmarried members of 2 houses entertain the idea of future marriage. First, you need to find suitable partners to one another. Then, after a 45-day courtship period, the 2 will decide whether or not they agree to marry one another. Marriage between 2 families means an alliance between the houses. So they're saying Noms could marry Nomiki Florel, who's very good at economy. She's profligate, though. She's benevolent and wrathful. Something like a beautiful wife for sure. They're encouraging us to shack up with the people right next door. Is there a family member here we could marry? Court a member. No. So court does not mean to court. It instead means send them to the court to stay semi-permanently. Courtship is how we engage with alliances and marriages. So Marcella could find a partner here to the Count himself. Yes, probably marrying one member of our family into the Count's family could be a good idea. Family Agonaldi is above us in the feudal hierarchy. Marcella is likely to be forced to join the family Agonaldi if courting is successful. To make sure my Count likes me, sure, let's try that. And then maybe the reason that Noms is being told to get married here is this is the only available marriage. For now, it's fine. Let's go ahead and do what the game encourages us to do. So we both head out of town. Looks like the only way to get to our neighbors down here is to go by sea, because there is a bit of a rock structure between us. And then Bardo Noms has no current job. Bardo is married, is ugly and sociable, above average in diplomacy and intrigue. What do those do for our starting city then? Okay, I can't view my city because there's something called the Night Full of Poems. A beautiful night treats listeners to warm winds and a mesmerizing starry sky casts shimmering lights to making the gathering magical. Marcella participates in an event at the request of her family to represent House Noms and to meet Uccelli. While listening to poems of the miseries of life, it's oh terrible but you are so beautiful, she notices Uccelli looking in her direction, smiling invitingly. Alright, so we could talk to him. This is a check based on fate, diplomacy, relations, and underlying traits. So talking will highlight that we are in fact an idiot. We can observe him, or we can, observe is affected by fate, intrigue, and underlying traits. So we're better at intrigue, that seems nice. Or write and perform a poem to him. No. Let's go ahead and be intriguing. Be curious about our husband-to-be, whose head appears to be partially cut off. Partially hanging out the back there. Or maybe it's meant to hide his chin, perhaps. Let's watch. Marcella follows what Uccelli does during the festivals. By observing small details, she learns quite a lot about him, which increases her interest towards him. Between the performances, she decides to go talk to Uccelli, but she's disappointed to find that he already left the festival. He left a note to Marcella, though, implying that she is interested to meet again soon. Implying that she is. He says, you must be really into me. Apparently that's true. Marcella gained cheerful. Life is good and you feel it for 180 days. Their courtship relations increased. They're both infatuated with one another and positive relationship. So is it a successful courting? I'm not sure. Noms has arrived at Marnchio to the court of Nomiki Florel. So far, Nomiki has not shown any interest in Noms, and there are concerns with the delegation that chances of marriage are slim. What should Noms do? So we could find out about their interests. That's intrigue and diplomacy. We're pretty good at diplomacy. We should charm her with diplomacy in the hand of fate. Or say marriage is a political affair, not a matter of love or willingness. Looks like house relations are green, but are they green enough to marry off Namiki? Let's engage in some curiosity about her. Friends, it is the case. It's time for a quick little ad break. We'll get back to this game in 3 minutes' time. Let me also mention that in 1 hour's time from now, 1 hour from now, we're doing a giveaway for some keys for this game, generously provided by the marketing arm of this game. And so, 1 hour giveaway, gonna be a good time. I hope. For now, though, let's go ahead and do some quick crossword. It is a Friday, and so the crossword will be a very quick one. We can then come back to the Monday, I do believe. So, welcome to the Friday puzzle. All right, on Friday they don't talk. Here we go. I'm not sure. Scoundrel is a knave. That's not how it's spelled. Yeah, good. Good. Oh, something's wrong. Something's wrong. What? What? Look good to me. What a mez. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, what a what? Puts the, oh, Nixes. What a mess. There we go. My apologies. Had the wrong tense on nixed instead of nixes. All right, all good. Oh, big confusion for a moment there, though. No good. All right, well, the ad is still starting soon. So we'll go back to this week's Monday and see if we can finish one out. We are right here working on the crosses for the first time, I believe. 37-second solve. I mean, while good, that's not as good as last week. Last week we pulled it off, I think, in 14 or 15 seconds. So, gotta get back to that for next week. CS Prof, hello friend. It's a good time, though. Funny, but not laugh out loud funny. Not sure. We got to think of second word of Shakespeare title. Taming of... merchant of, and how about Romeo and Juliet? We'll see if that's right. Hardwood stick used for percussion. Could be a mallet. Doesn't fit though, does it? Could be, yeah, not sure. Tennis star born in Novi Sad, no idea. A female lobster, no idea. Mountain and sea painter, Frankenthaler, no idea. This one I do not know. Street snacks such as Pani Puri, unfortunately. Hindu thunder deity, don't know at all. Very understatedly. I think I've looked at some of these down before. I don't quite recall which ones we looked at, though. Very understatedly. So when I think of understate as, like, below the United States, maybe? Because there's a question mark there, which means there's some curiosity afoot. Popular food on March 14th. Is that the Ides of March, or is that the 15th? What do you eat on the Ides of March? A dagger. Dance coach. Some kind of bus. A party bus. You dance on the coach. Like theatrical cuts, compared to the director's cuts usually, they're shorter. Gotta fit in a certain amount of hours where people go home. Pronoun pair for some non-binary people. Well, they, them, commonly. They, me. Unsure what the rest of that is. We'll see. Festoon, adorn. Fashionably rugged look. Fashionably rugged, I have no idea. They're recited the tune of Ah, vous darji mama. I guess the ABC song is that one. I don't know that one at all, though. Genius rapper Jean, no idea. Do enough to deserve is to earn. Comment from someone who's ready to retire. I'm sleepy. Developer of the oral polio vaccine. Polio. I don't remember who even got the polio vaccine in general, but I don't know the oral one at all. Big time. On stage? No idea. Indigenous people of Eastern Canada. So RNR looks pretty bad. I do not know much about Canadian history. I'm gonna get rid of trim here. Maybe not. Let's go and look at these last two and then back to the game. Added to a chain, probably CC, so trim is incorrect. Shoes once worn by George McCon and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Apparently Keds, I don't know that at all. The little cut then is a nick. And so the INRA, the INRO, honestly unsure. Anyway, ad break done. Pause for now. Back to it in 1 hour's time. Like I said, in 1 hour's time, we'll have the ad break, and then we'll do a quick giveaway, and hopefully it's a good time for us. So, Noms has been talking and engaging with Nomaki. Here's how it goes. Noms' chaperone reported that he and Nomaki are now talking intensively, and Nomaki has been smiling and laughing. Ha ha ha! It seems there's no doubt of willingness to marry one another. Both are cheerful, both are courting, both infatuated. Good to good. So courting is happening. Do we need to send them courting again in a while? I'm not sure. But again, Bardo needs a job. Can't do that though because middle age has happened. Happy birthday! Noms is now middle-aged. There will be destinations that are happy and some which are sad, but each of these will build up a better future than the past. Age 36 is when you feel middle-aged. I guess. Happy birthday! Affecting the outcome, nothing. Now I wish to look at my city. Bardo has no job. Bardo is ugly but sociable. If Bardo works at the keep, it goes down. No matter what Bardo does, it's going down. So, I gotta find some way to use Bardo that's effective. You're friends with someone named Fabrizio. Of these people way over here. We'll have a visit between Bardo and... Who are you friends with? None of these people. Unfortunately. It's kind of far away also. Let's look at the people who are nearest to us currently and see if we can become more friendly with them. So we see here, is it our relation and their relation? So the left side is our relation to them. The right side is their relation to us, I believe. So we don't feel much about them at all. These people, though, don't like us very much. So we'll go say hi to them for now. Diplomacy. Official visit. Bardo is a decent diplomat. Let's go. We'll spend time with the person who they like. All right, I guess. Going to meet Maurizio. All right. Why that? No idea. Our vineyard's being constructed. It's 10% done right now, so we've got to keep on waiting on that one. What's this over here, I wonder? Toggle messages. Show or hide all of them. Got it. Do you want to connection with the Calamaro family? They sound like squid men. That's a very good point. Can't be trusted. Okay, trend setting. So it's like Promo Florello has come to visit Baron Florello of Marnico. Is that the same person? No idea. Trend setting. Bardo organizes a meeting with the intention of impressing Maurizio Espelta by showing off the Noms' family's sense of fashion. After long preparations, Bardo arrives at Rolano with his retinue and is ready to set the plan in motion. So we can march in, using diplomacy and economy. We can present the quality of craftsmanship in hopes of business, economy and intrigue, or give Maurizio the doublet you think fits him best. Our sociability will help that. Sure, let's give him our clothes. Bardo has an intricate knowledge of Maurizio's tastes. He ordered a doublet of the finest quality and the most elaborate trimmings from the artisans of Nomstopia. Perfection upon Maurizio's body is realized. That's such a creepy way of saying it. There's perfection upon your body, good sir. The seamstress brought along sews the doublet to a final fit. Maurizio is really pleased and vows to praise the craftsmanship of us to everyone he knows. Bardo is now a bridge builder. There's always a compromise as long as people are willing to negotiate about it. Gains compromise, ability in social conflicts, and 2 diplomacy points. The opinions increase on all sides. Hooray! We're now friendly with the neighbors. But then, Luana is now middle-aged. Alright, happy birthday to you also. People going to visit me? Or am I all alone here? Floriana Noms has become rivals with Luana Noms. I have no idea why that's happened, but it has happened. Feeling of emptiness. Luana Noms gazes over the fiefdom and feels empty, broken inside. What is the purpose of cultivating and fighting over paradise? She can't even concentrate on daily matters and is desperate to ease her mind. Who should Luana reach for help? She go to a priestess, get some insight, or to a philosopher for wisdom. Obviously, we're talking to philosophers. After a few hours pondering the actions of human beings, everything seems easier to understand for Luana. Rationality is what guides her through the tides of life. Becomes poised and confident both. Poised means there's no reason to show others how you feel. Words should be good enough. Never let emotions control how you act. Gain unpopular opinion in social conflicts. We've yet to have social conflicts. I'll be curious to see how those work. Also confident. There's no challenge you couldn't tackle for 180 days. Feels better about themselves. Great. So currently everyone's out doing everything. All of our numbers are going up. Now, if I look at my little city here, we still can't quite build anything on the keep, nor the farmers. Thatched cottages here. We'd have 240 worker points. Materials. Materials come from the masons. We are making how much extra food currently? We're making 2.4 extra food. I'm guessing if I steal a farmer, that goes down, correct? To -3. Back to it. Hey, Slivers, how you doing? It'd probably be good to have someone helping the masons. So, who would make the masonry better? No one. It's all kind of just the same right now. So I think we just wait a while longer. Alright, Bardo has no job again. So maybe send Bardo out on more relation-seeking events. Go visit up here. Bring me Bardo endlessly. We'll go visit Uccelli. He dislikes us personally a little bit. Let's try our best, though. Making more friends with Uccelli all the time. I do wonder in the early game if there are more things I should be doing, or if it's kind of just slow going to begin. Someone gonna visit me, please? Message in a bottle, sending out that SOS. Noe is traveling in a riverboat on a calm and sunny day. He looks overboard and notices something rocking back and forth in the waves. He asks his servant to retrieve it from the water. The servant jumps in to catch it and swims back with a bottle and hands it to Noe. There's a note inside. What to do? Read that note or throw it in the water. It is entirely based on fate, so we'll read that note. Noe takes the note from the bottle and opens the old parchment carefully. Inside the note, he finds a faded treasure map. This makes him excited, and he puts into a good mood. So he is satisfied having positive events for 180 days. Noe's out there, currently engaged in becoming a squire. So hopefully positive squire events happening. But then, a date at the theater. So it seems like events happen very regularly in this game. Just popping along all the time. More events, more events, more events. And I'll be curious to see what other kind of events there are. We'll see. Noms was told of a traveling theater troupe playing at Marnico. He decides to use the performance as an excuse to spend time with Nomiki. The troupe Commedia de Calderia relentlessly ridicules nobility while also poking fun at commoners and burghers too. Nomiki watches the performance intensely, and Noms has a hard time interpreting what she might be thinking. We can make fun of the troupe, rude. We can praise their ingenuity for those nasty jokes. We have a bonus to that because of sociability. We're trying to get Nomiki to say how she likes it so far. So our sociability plus comparing intrigue helps with that. Looks like fate is part of the story no matter what. Let's praise the ingenuity. Making fun of burgers with the hot dog fans. Like, the burgers here are veggie burgers. Those aren't hamburgers. And hamburgers, they're not even made of pork. What do they call hamburgers? Shouldn't they be cow burgers? Ha ha ha. That's ingenious for sure. I love it. Noms notes how the actors portrayed interaction between classes and how over the top their actions were. Nomiki says the nobles are presented like someone she knows. They start laughing, ho 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 ho, and enjoy the rest of the performance. The courtship increases, the infatuation increases. Everyone likes her more. We're gonna get married one of these days. But then, an official visit. Bardo traveled to Car something, and is greeted by Uccelli Agonaldi. He arranges a formal meeting and asks Bardo to name a topic they want to chit-chat about. So, looks like Bardo is better at intrigue. So, gossip all the way? So, gossip is your preference. Uccelli says with a mocking tone. Even when Bardo tries to have a meaningful conversation about court events, Uccelli Agonaldi already made up his mind of the situation. We have less respect between Uccelli and Bardo, but the families have better relationship because of the recent visit. So I wonder if that was a case where we failed the relative intrigue check, or maybe that they didn't like her enough already, meant gossip was the wrong choice. Whichever way, Bardo, you fool! Sorry, Bardo. Sorry, Bardo. Alright, everyone's coming home. Everyone's coming home again. Going to Nomstopia. So more courtship visits might be needed. But welcome home, everybody. Family members can marry. Okay. So Noms and Nomiki have fallen in love. We can suggest a marriage between two members of the houses that accord one another. Noms and Nomiki become one. Okay, Marcella continues to be unmarried. We tried to marry her off to the Northern Count, but he wanted nothing to do with us. We could now try to head over and flirt with Calzio Trinicar. He has a crown. That's pretty far away. I don't know. Can't you find anyone closer to home? How about the Baron Teodoro of Galdus? Let's see. Nope. No chance of marriage there. Alright, Marcella, maybe instead of going around trying to marry absolutely everyone, we can find you a job. Well, something happened first. Something is in the fog. Noms' retinue are sailing on the ocean when the sailors notice something in the misty horizon. It's the white whale. They tell Noms that something large and ghostly is floating on the water. He thinks about what it could logically be, remembering stories about great ships that have vanished during their travels. I looked away for a second. Their travels when sailing through dangerous waters. There are also rumors of pirates raiding on the ships on their trade journeys. Noms ponders whether they should steer off course and check the shadow. Continue the journey as planned. What to do? We can sail to check the sighting. That's just fate. Send a small party ahead, just fate, or stay on course. We will send our leader to go look directly. Noms orders the retinue to sail closer to check what the sighting is. This crew follows orders, and after a while they reach the wreckage. There are barrels floating on the water along bodies of an unlucky crew. Noms sends some of the men to collect everything valuable and check if anyone is still alive. They come back with treasures and bad news that no one survived. Nom decides they will make sure all souls are in peace, as they're given as sailors of burial at sea. We have 50 wine, 1 luxury. Noms is tranquil now. Tranquility, feel like there's nothing in the world worth getting upset about. We have wine, we're not dead, it's a good life to have. Thus far, this game is feeling less strategic and more endlessly story time with Resorty, which I don't mind reading out stories, but I do kind of wonder, will there eventually be more strategery? So for the moment, Marcella here does not increase anyone's production. I'll have her run the keep anyway, just to enjoy hanging out. And then Bardo again has no job. Let's go visit here again. Let's continue smooching with the, Oh, we can't visit again. Must be on cooldown. Alright, good to know. Let's go visit this person. They hate us, but it's okay. So send Bardo once more. Go meet the ruler there. With lovely gems in her hair. Here we go. Yes, endless blah blah blah. A marriage proposal! Noms and Nomiki sit across from each other at a private dinner table. Their eyes fondly focus on each other as they discuss important matters at hand. They've courted each other and are now trying to decide which one of them will join the other's family and reside in their fiefdom. This is my ruler. Of course you will come with me. How dare you suggest that you have rights, woman? Once they've resolved this matter, they'll finally become engaged to be married. According to tradition, the house that will gain a new family member through marriage will pay for wedding expenses. You must join our house or you're not getting married to us. Social conflict. All right, here we go. Our first ever social conflict. Let's see how this goes. They represent several topics that must be achieved through intense negotiations. They're presented as tactical combat between the negotiators. Alright, negotiations are led by these characters. Hey, it's me. Hey, it's her. Negotiation topics. These are the topics that require negotiations. Here are listed topics of negotiation, winning and losing effects, special rules, and plus or minus adjust number of companions auto-resolved. So, we can improve house relations, set up the right to arrange the wedding, or gain a free spy. So I can auto-resolve priority. I guess for now I just push the next key. We're going to work on all these. Here are my companions. Companions are the entourage from highly regarded occupations, each bringing their viewpoints to the matter at hand. That's right, we're going to ask the local accountant who should pay for the wedding. We're going to ask the local wine grower what they're interested in offering to the story too. Here's our limit of companions, only 4 for now. My opponent may be able to bring more or less than us, more or fewer than us. Whoever has the upper hand in negotiations may bring more companions. Each companion belongs to one of these classes: diplomacy, economy, intrigue, or military. Check your component classes the opponent is bringing. They're bringing one of each. Each class has a natural attack bonus against the other one. Any diplomacy companion gains 50% attack when negotiating against any economy companions. Again, one of each. Choose ye the companions who will be your components. Hover over details to receive more info, check what the opponent's bringing, and choose companions that are good against them. So they have one of each, maybe should have one of each as well. We do see, though, that our 1 level 2 character, the Viticulturist, has a special ability called Cheer Up. Stop attacking. For 10 seconds, heal the lowest health ally with attack power. So this character has high points in defense, more health than anyone else, only 1 life to live, and lower attack. Viticulturist, you will come along with us. The Counselor, bonus against economy. So there's 2 bonus against economy characters. This character has more health than anyone else. Okay. The Confidant. has the strongest attack power right now. See how that works. And then we have no one with a bonus against intrigue yet, or military. So choose one or the other. We could leave behind one of the economy bonuses, but I'll take the bonus against military for now. The accountant. So our comitatus, a word I don't quite know what it means, goes then. Yeah, 2 diplomacy characters because they seem my best ones, instead of bringing on the intrigue person. We'll see how that goes. We made some choices. When you're ready to begin, click ye the confirm button. Okay, here we go, team. Welcome to the negotiation field. Different topics of negotiation are fought on 1 to 3 negotiation fields. 1, 2, 3. The opponent tries to conquer my greens, we're trying to conquer their reds. Hover over the eye icons to see the winning and losing effects on each of them. So we have improve house relations, right to arrange the wedding. So the middle one is most important, because the middle one is who joins which family. And then the third one of gaining a spy, I believe. So my prioritization is middle, then spy, then house relations, I think. You may select and give orders to your units before negotiations begin. Selected units have 50% more attack against opponents with up, up, and 50% more attacks against down, down. So, green, good for us, red, bad for us. Click on the unit card, select any node in the negotiation field to give the unit a move command. Conquer and combat. Units automatically conquer neutral and opponent-controlled nodes they're on. Units may move without stopping through conquered nodes. Tip: units may also move to other negotiation fields, so move from place to place. Units engage in combat if they're connected to a node controlled by an opposing unit. Note: ranged attack units, which have little stars on their pip there, may attack from one connected node further with negative 50% of their attack strength, so weaker attacks at greater distance. If a unit loses all of the health, they lose a composure point and retreat. Everyone has 1 composure so far. If they have any composure left, they may then heal and return to negotiations. So we personally, Noms there, have 4 composure points. So Noms may die. The other characters, no one is ranged. Okay. Special abilities. Characters and higher tier companions may have special abilities they can use during negotiations. Hover the units to open ability menu. The flag orders a unit to return back to reserve. This thing toggles auto movement. Hover an ability to see description, click to activate. Alright, it is time to deploy some folks. So we see that their leader's up there. A special ability called Bribe. Target enemy unit returns to reserve. Our leader has 2 special abilities. One called Refill, lose all health. Connected allies receive 50% more health. And Joke, when activated, the unit attracts all possible attacks to itself for 10 seconds, so it's a taunt of some sort. Everyone, including the unit itself, becomes invincible. Wow. So our leader character appears to have no bonuses or detriments against other folks. Because we have no one who is strong against intrigue, I'd like to have my ruling character move out there to fight the intriguing person. Again, this is the most important fight for me. Diplomacy is strong against econ. This person's intrigue, this person's military. Intrigue is strong against diplomacy, I think. Economy is strong against military. So the accountant will come support their leader with no special abilities. And then both of my higher tier characters are strong against intrigue. Okay. I'm going to move a third character here, because again, this is the essential work. That said, this diplomat is my highest HP character. So I'm going to move you here. Good. We need to deploy our confidant and our viticulturalist still. Confidant strong against diplomacy. Diplomacy's here as well. And lastly, the viticulturalist. I'm going to ignore free spy for the moment. That true? Sure. We'll all head in. We'll see what happens. Good luck! You can pause the negotiations at any point by pushing the space button. You may give commands while paused. Negotiations happen real time. We are beginning. Cap. So, we're allowed to jump around. Jump around, jump on it. They need to capture all 4 of my points here, but I believe as they capture them, we're not allowed to move across. I don't know if we can only move across from the back line, or if we can go in. Now, you're an intriguing person. We have no one trying against intrigue, so I'll move my leader forward. The person who's strong against military is the economy person. So you move forward that way also. And then you, I don't know what to do with you. Let's come across that way. On this side, we see that the intriguing person is strong against diplomacy. Let's go ahead and move on forward. And then you're strong against that person, move on forward also. Alright, we unpause and see what happens. Okay. These red bars climbing on both sides, I believe is the cooldown so they can move again. We want our king guy to charge in that way. And you come forward also. Okay, looks like attacking is happening in 2 directions. For the moment, leader attacking intrigue. Intrigue is a bonus against diplomacy. We have an econ person here with not much health. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. That's the truth of the matter. I just told you to move. Was that the goal? I actually don't know. Lots of numbers flying around crazily. This person's capturing the first tile. We managed to drive out 1 character so far. I'm going to have my ruler move over to this playboard. It's an instantaneous move from anywhere on the board across. Then you move forward to help with this. The person strongest in the military is this character here is in the process of dying. Oh, okay. So a bribe just happened. Nomiki here bribed my leader character, so he had to leave the map. Now, I'm going to have you pull back so he's not being attacked right now. We drove out another character on this board as well. You move forward and attack. You're going to pull back in a moment also. Now, I believe if they leave the map, they then are allowed to heal up. So I'm going to have you retreat for now. Then we can redeploy this character. And I believe the bribe is on cooldown. Maybe, I'm not sure. You're going to retreat as well to heal on up. Yeah, they are healing when they're here. Okay, we're winning both of these boards, it looks like. So what matters is probably me getting additional troops onto this map. But I believe I only have the 1 entrance, so I believe that no one else is allowed to come here right now. If I have my leader move forward, I actually don't know if this character can then take my last tile. That'd be pretty terrible. So let them just fight it out for right now and see what happens. Alright, we have now begun to capture this map. This will be a win also. I'm going to have you move and then redeploy someone here. Nope, not you. Not you, not you. You're not on the map. You go there. We have the tile now. We have 2 people fighting. That's great. Awesome. We managed to send their leader off map also. Awesome, awesome. So we can now have our characters begin to hop through and take back some of our tiles so we can deploy more folks. Their leader's healing. So they only have their leader character left because all the other ones were knocked off maps entirely. Now the characters healing here are you. Nope, you're there. You. So I'm going to have you deploy and help take this one. I'm going to turn on auto move, I think. That's retreat all. Shoot. Yeah, auto move here, so let's take as many tiles as possible as fast as possible. Same here, and same here. Alright, the leader redeployed there. I don't have anyone pulled back. I'd like to move my leader character over here, though, to that entrance tile. And in that way, support on the corner here. Now, she has very little health, so we'll almost certainly win that. 1 tile's taken. The most important one. She's driven out again. Fantastic. We win, improve house relationships. And now we'll get a free spy. A winner is us! Excellent negotiations. For our first social fight, that went pretty well. Trying to decide when to have them auto-battled and when to fight out myself feels like an important skill I don't have yet. Do I feel confident about that? I feel pretty confident. It went pretty well. But there's so much going on that it's kind of easy to lose track. As it's our first social fight, I'm guessing it's a fairly easy one. Whichever way, House Noms gets to set up the wedding, and Nomiki will join our family. We gain a spy, and the families like us more. Hooray! Hooray! So now we may arrange the wedding of Noms and Nomiki beneath the roses with fire and priestesses and all the rest. The cost is crops and gold and wine and materials. We have all of that. Happy marriage, everyone! Is she coming to visit us? Maybe. Maybe. Building number 1 is 40% finished now. Request for squireship. Noah Nom has arrived at Alvexa to become a squire, and he is put to work in the stables. The next day, a horse that he tended to falls ill, and Noah Nom is immediately suspected. How can he defend himself against such accusations? Alright, we must bow down and tell our knight, tell Knight Titus, that we would never work against the Brotherhood. I could say oopsie doopsie must have been an accident. I could highlight how much Noah loves horses, or we can beg for forgiveness. So this, saying horses are great is diplomacy and military. We're worse than Zeno on both. Saying accident is diplomacy, let's merely beg. Xenogera lets things slide, but Noah Noms must be extra careful from now on. Good job, us. We're waiting for our guests to arrive at the wedding of the century. Gonna be good. Safety negotiations. Bardo decides to pay an official visit to Yama Espelta's fiefdom to discuss safety protocols. You notice that Bardo hates them, and Yama is kind of neutral. The delegations welcomed warmly, and Yama seems happy to host Bardo, who starts to negotiate immediately when the perfect moment arises. How should Bardo persuade Yama to improve cooperation? Fortify those borders. That's probably military, yeah? Requires military versus military, and Bridge Builder gives a bonus to that. Increase security in cities. That's again military diplomacy, or we share our criminal records. Sure. Bardo has learned that criminal organizations operate within multiple fiefdoms. He suggests to Yama they collaborate, stop, collaborate, and listen, by sharing information on larger criminal group activities. Yama agrees. They start planning how to put it into action. Everyone has a nice relationship. At least the family Espelta is now neutral personally to Bardo. Bardo's still big complainy guy. Let's go home. Marcella still has no job, but we can try to get married again. Again, that's marrying into a family far away. So no marriages. Marcella will sit on the border for now. Got a quest called Overseeing. One of the workers in the herdsman job, a charismatic young man, has convinced all the workers that the well close to the working site is closed. Now they're refusing to work until the curse is lifted. Floriana is furious. She's a forgiving, cruel altruist. How does she make that work? Wants to help everybody, wants to forgive them, but yells them while doing so. We can throw the man in the well. That's a cruel thing to do. We convince the man to change his tune, or hire guards to keep him working. We are cruel, so we throw the man in the well. The man screams and he's dragged to the well and thrown in. However, Floriana orders him to be rescued immediately, and he's lifted off the well, dripping water, but physically unharmed. We're cruel, but not too cruel. Did you find the curse there? Would you like to check again or go back to work? Floriana asks. The man returns to work without a word, and others follow him. Productivity of herdsmen increases. Hooray. So I think happiness is what determines how many people join us. Our happiness is what now? Where do we see happiness? Okay, so it's based on... So growth is based on happiness, and each of the jobs have their own happiness. As of right now, the herdsmen are happy. I don't know why. Because they have an overseer who makes them happy. The other ones are neutral at best. Hello, Heischel. House joins us. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you for being with us today. We're enjoying the game. We're enjoying hanging out, and gotta get happiness higher. It's very close here. So higher diplomacy affects happiness. Intrigue affects wages because we shave down the gold coins. That's economy, sorry. Intrigue affects security, and military affects production, apparently. I just need more happiness. That's the important thing. So how do I figure out who would make them happier? So I'm actually alright with giving up production if our people in the largest job are happy. So we can see on the mouse over here what gains and what loses. So more security, etc. Loriana, if you move there, happiness would go up at the cost of lots of other jobs. Luana, happiness would not quite go up enough. So, Floriana, our people should get happy there. We're still making enough crops per day. It means Folco is now freed to work on one of the other jobs. The Masons... One second, wrong one. If the Masons move here, wages go down, it looks like. Production goes up a tiny little bit. No real happiness change. Having more Masons helped us to build more and faster and so on, I believe. We're at 46% built, so building is kind of slow. Bardo needs a job again. Hello, Bardo. What are your stats? So higher diplomacy might make higher happiness. Yeah, good and green there. So I think we'll get more happiness points. You get more happiness points, more growth. Huh. So what I just changed there, as of right now at least, led to people being less happy than before. Well, a spy has been lost. One of our spies has been caught by House Floral in Marnico. This is the spy we got during our marriage ceremonies. The spy was sentenced to death by hanging in cages. No food, but you are the food. While spying on other houses is severely frowned upon, there are no legal repercussions they can pursue against us. Needless to say, relations have been worsened slightly. We're marrying into your family, and we're spying on you. We're terrible people. Sorry for the trouble. Alright, so why is this going down now? Because no one's actually happy. I thought we established, so happiness is really high here. Okay. 0.88 is not 1. So if their wages were higher, then they would actually be happy. Unfortunately, my best diplomat has garbage intrigue. Sorry, garbage economy, so they're getting paid less. .88 does not round up, I guess. How do I make them happy? So if Falco goes there, we'll drop a level. This part of the game I find a little confusing, to be honest. If you move to the vineyard from the farmer's pile, it'll lead to one person being happy. Fine. That move, though, caused the farmers to become big cranky because their wages are too low. How do I increase your wages? I think it's just 3 levels. And this one requires to have wine. Yeah, so normal worker wages, just give them food, lowers their happiness. The building we're building right now at the vineyard, the winemaker will let us make wine for better income, possibly. Still awaiting guests for the marriage. How many more? Waiting for 3 of 11 guests to arrive. So soon. I wonder if the Viscount, or who are you again? The Viceroy is coming to visit us. We still have no paper. We are making money at least. Putting some taxes up to our account. Okay, I think I'm going to increase game speed. Don't really know what else to do. We just keep doing more diplomacy, I suppose. Bardo, go say hello again. Bardo's busy now, so Luana, you're in charge of visits. Let me go visit Promo. Excellent. And I see we can do trade relationships also. But this one's not available. I wonder why. Okay, maybe you can't trade with your count, but you can trade with fellow vassals. Trading is an important part of life in Calderia. It's not exactly mercantile society anymore here in Calderia. Better to create surplus production and trade it away for resources you do not produce yourself. With trade, there's multiple things that impact the trade. Valuation of resources, need for resources, relationships, and personality between them. You must select which family member will go on the trade delegation, but dragging and dropping him or her from the left. Here on the left, you can see resources you have to offer. As you click on them to be sold, you can select the amount to be sold. The same logic naturally applies to the other family. Here are things to know. Valuation of goods is dependent on buyers' needs for it. They're negative on crops, I believe. Caravan size dictates how long the trade will last and how much daily production is reserved for trade. Willingness shows how likely they are to accept it. High willingness indicates you might improve relations with the proposal. Low willingness indicates the chance of the other family rejecting the trade or agreeing upon, then hurting relations with them. 3 more things about trade. I need this game to have a text-to-speech feature. Number 1, if the opponent agrees to the trade or not, that's decided when the trade delegation arrives. This, in turn, depends on negotiators. You could select a well-liked family member to go on to trade to increase chances. Tough negotiations that sometimes take place are resolved in social conflicts. They represent the negotiations and will let you handle which things you value more than other elements. When successful, your family member will then be handling this trade route. That means they can't be used for other tasks until the trade is completed. They can also be attacked by spies of other families. There better be no more pages. Okay. So, Bardo here. So currently all my family members are doing jobs. I see they need food. And we have a little extra food. They want horses also. We have extra horses. So Marcella's not doing terribly much with her making money. I'm gonna take Volko, who is not well liked. He's also not making me happiness, though. Cat. I would like to give you some crops. This proposal is not showing balance, etc. Maybe you have to trade something in particular. If we had grapes, we could then increase wages for more happiness. This trade is preposterous. We lower this to a similar value. So valuation must be 100 gold. So trade is not worth doing if it's not at 100. So I'll give you a little bit more money to bring it to that 100 amount. Okay. Empty carts, under 10 per delivery. So 5 trips is too many trips. Okay, so we are ripping off slightly. This is a balanced proposal. We don't get any friendship points for it. How much did I put in for friendship points? There are no friendship points coming. So down to whoever balanced is. Alright, we're making a trade. These are grapes. This is not wine. They have no wine. Oh. This trade seems not worth doing then. I'd be doing it just for the sake of doing it, which feels a little ridiculous. Never mind. No trade allowed. We stay at home, increasing our isolation abilities. It's time for a visit, though. Luana visits Promo Florello. It's a formal meeting. We ask what Luana wants to talk about. They are both into diplomacy. She's better at economy. Let's have an economy then. Promo agrees that economic matters should be prioritized over others. While delving further, agreements become sparse. They both have a vision about how business should run, and in the end they agree to disagree. A nice enough visit, nothing especially great though. Cool. Waiting for 2 more guests to arrive. Everyone's here for the wedding! The wedding between Noms Noms and Nomiki Florel has now begun. As per tradition, both brought a grapevine cutting from their homes to plant side by side. It's time for somewhat hybridization. As the grapes mature, a wine will be made from them. It's said its taste will predict the future of the marriage. Hopefully it tastes good. That's the entire marriage. That's really all of it. Alright, so we got ourselves a new member of the family. Nomiki here takes over. She's not good at anything, but she's ours anyway. So probably we should target characters who are especially good stats for marriage. She's better than nothing, though, I'm going to say. So to our home once more. Can you help me even a little bit with happiness, etc.? No, if she takes over the jobs, everyone becomes bummed. She can work at the keep at least. That frees Luana then. Luana, you can sit at the vineyard for now. Her military is not terrible. I don't quite know what to do with that, though. We also do diplomacy at home. Train diplomacy. That means we set up some rails between ourselves and someone else. So do we train a character then? Spend time rehearsing speeches, studying psychology and motivations till diplomacy skill improves. This is how we skill up characters. No. Someone needs higher something. So this character, Floriana, needs higher intrigue to make the farmers happy. And that is the biggest deal we could possibly do. So am I allowed to use Floriana on training while also doing their job? They stop farming. That's fine. I just need intrigue points. Get to it. And now people are leaving the city because the farmers are furious to have no leader. Alright, who wants to run the farmers? Marcella keeps them angry. Alright, so this person running the farmers has them as neutral at least. Middle-aged. Happy birthday! Bardo is now middle-aged. Alright, so age 36 seems to be where middle age comes. And Bardo's diplomacy and intrigue don't look too terrible. So, Bardo, what happens if you move from herdsmen up to the farmers? We make fewer bits of food. If we click on this one, we can see now more directly. We'd gain 0.5 levels of happiness, but wages make crankier times. I have no perfect character on everything, unfortunately. Overloaded wagons! Marcella strolls through a vibrant market square, relishing in a sun-soaked day. Bustling stalls and busy carts paint a lively backdrop as they restock wares. Among them, she spots an overflowing wagon, its driver embroiled in a debate with a farmer. Marcella continues to wander. Abruptly, screams and a loud crash shatter the market's harmony, erupting a short distance away. Marcella's curiosity propels her towards the chaos. So, she can observe the crash site, she can find a physician to help. Unfortunately, she is an idiot, so we'll probably say, "Is there a doctor here?" And someone says, "I'm a doctor of history," and she brings him over, and looking at the injured person, the doctor says, "Well, your history. We could steal some fallen goods." She's likely to succeed in that, or leave quietly. Let's go ahead and steal things. With a deft touch, Marcella discreetly collects fruits and various items to the ground, mimicking the actions of other helpers. Most spoils find their way into her inconspicuous small bag, all while evading the notice of the onlookers. The people engrossed around the cart remain oblivious, and soon enough, Marcella departs the site, wearing a contented smile and whistling a happy tune. She's an idiot, but also sly. Found fine ways of manipulation and are ready to use them. Maybe that's useful then for some diplomacy. We'll see. A.V. Horizon, what do I teach? Please guess what I teach. I will tell you when you are done guessing. Alright, so may we engage in more friendly visits again. I want to send Marcella because she's our sly person. And we'll visit the person who likes us halfway decently and see if that leads to better family relationships. Guess English or history? Philosophy and political theory. Close enough. House Notario has sent a delegation to Namstopia. They want Alessia Notario to become a squire for Luana. I don't know what that will do, but sure, more friends, more good. Someday the building will be constructed. Marcella has traveled to Karani and is greeted. It's time for a chit-chat. What to discuss? Looks like we're best at intrigue. They're not really into intrigue, though. So, it's based on collective. So it looks like whatever item we have the highest shared scores seem best. So we'll go for intrigue and see what happens. We gossip a little bit. She's certainly into talk about social patterns and recent happenings. Did you see what she wore? Oh, the conversation It doesn't become too friendly. It leads to an improvement in house relations at least. Cool. It still feels like almost no one is coming to visit me. Marcella's supposed to get married, but again, the only person being told to marry is someone that will cause to lose the character. So no marriage allowed. Friends, it's been another hour of play. It's time for us to pause the game for 3 minutes while I do some crossword. On the other side of this ad break, in 3 minutes time, we'll be doing a giveaway for keys to this game. If you want to play this game, hang out for a few more minutes and you'll have the opportunity to do so. Should be lovely and good, etc. For now though, 3 minutes of ads and then 3 minutes of crossword puzzle. So, measurements that are high for IPAs. That's a kind of booze. How do you get into the giveaway? I'll tell you in a little bit. That giveaway command is an old one, sorry. So IPAs are kind of beer. Like alcohol per something, no idea. Defeated paper without choosing scissors. Tore the paper, apparently. I like that paper and scissors there refer to rock, paper, scissors. Udon alternative is soba noodles. Person learning a lesson. Well, I think ignored is wrong. It's going to be a pupil, almost certainly. Grew tired of. No idea. Wistful longing in Portuguese culture. Plant-based bath product. It could be like aloe something. Like, how about an aloe bar? That's not going to fit. Some kind of bar, possibly. Insult hurled by a cartoonish villain. I have no idea. Salmon relative. So salmon's a color, so the color coral probably. A rascal, could be a knave. Country in the Arabian Peninsula, could probably Yemen here. Good to good. Successful defenders get them. So defenders could get interceptions possibly. Defenders could get gold star awards. Not sure. A backstory, probably lore. Away sans permission, that's absent without leave. Blank will, a Rammstein song title meaning I want. Ich, I assume? Or ish? Alright, let's see if we can finish up this corner down here. Hardwood stick used for percussion. Clave? No idea. Mountains and Sea painter Frankenthaler, I assume is Helen there. Huh. Yeah, I don't really know what kind of stick that would be, unfortunately. We're back to the crosses then, I guess. Pinch some dough. Pinch some dough. Dough probably meaning money, but I'm just not sure what it is. Hardly an original observations and adage. World capital near Gulf of Tonkin. I said Hanoi earlier and then removed it for some reason. No idea why. You bright and blank angels. Bright and risen, perhaps? Genius rapper Jean Dre. I have no idea. Wait, I mean E. Maybe right, maybe not. I spelled the adage wrong at 9 across. Oh. I said adage and typed in agony. Thanks for catching that. That's definitely a good catch. All right, trademark infringement complaint. So something my something. Something my something. No idea. Gave the cold shoulder. Snubbed. Very good, very good, very good. At home in high society, perhaps. Urbane. So, anyone know what this measurement is for IPAs? I can look it up, but it's IBUs. International Beer Units, I'm going with. Anybody know what it is, though? They may be seen floating in a bubble bath. Washcloths. People. Not sure. Acclimation. Acclimation. So getting used to something. International bitterness units. Thank you for knowing that, folks. Thank you, thank you. Bitterness indeed. Dot, 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 but I wouldn't count on it. Something lucky, surely. If you're lucky, maybe. Many Pablo Neruda works, not sure. Non-fiction category. No idea. Flagpole sitting in 1920s, not sure. Funny but not laugh out loud funny. Stick. Tennis star born in Novi Sad. Someone Celis, I think, is his name. Maybe. Might be a C here. I think it's S, though. We'll see. Female lobster, no idea. All right. Making progress, not a lot of progress. The ad break is over, and so the giveaway will now commence. I actually have 3 keys to give away today, so that's a little bit unusual. Give me 1 second to get it set up here. All right, one sec. Mods, you can be involved also. Friends, type literally anything in the chat. Any letters, any words, make some noise, and then we will do a giveaway starting right now. So type in nonsense if you want to. I'll play the game for a few minutes, and then we'll see what comes of it. Thanks for being here. Good luck, everybody. I appreciate it. Hey, Loin Steaks, I hope your day is going well also. That's very kind of you. Palermo declared war against Onorati. Not sure what that is. Good news, everyone. Absolutely. You're typing nonsense in the chat. My goodness. Do you get a timeout if you keep asking to give help? So, awesome person, you can ask to give help on the crossword. I don't mind that at all. It's just if you give me help in the crossword, I mind that quite a bit. You can ask though, and I'll ignore you. Alright, horsing around. We're going to do this quest right here. And then when this one's done, we'll do our drawing for the 3 giveaways. Give you a game, yum, yum, yum. Folko Noms is preparing for a ride to run urgent area errands with his wife Luana. A couple of younger cavalrymen are displaying skills in the courtyard and receiving applause from servants and courtiers alike. He suddenly feels old and thinks they're showing off to mock him. What's on your mind, dear? Luana asks. So at age 44, Brother Man's feeling old. We could say, I'll show them something. We could say I should greet them. Or we say we have no time to waste. Let's go ahead and show off. I'll show them not an old man anymore. It's a miracle, but Folko Noms performed the horseback maneuver he'd barely done in his youth. People are cheering, but Luana is horrified. You should cool off. That was a really irrational thing to do. So, Luana respects Folko, but Folko has been ashamed. 548 days. She respects him for 1,000 days. A very long time. Chip Larone, thank you for the resubscription. Good seeing you, friend. I appreciate using your Prime sub with us. It is now time, though, to do our quick giveaway. So, the 33 eligible users, we're giving away 3 keys. You can do the math then on how many, what percentage chance you have of winning this thing. Giveaway number 1 goes to Heischel Wurzer. Don't you already own this game? Did you enter despite already winning this game or having this game? I don't want to give you another one if you already played this game, but let us know. Alright, let me then do another drawing. Wait, how do we do another drawing? Here it is. Drawing number 2 goes to Wombat for Hire. Wombat, congratulations. And lastly, we got Senlikin. Senlikin, thank you much indeed. Very good. How's one to enter? Just type in chat. You weren't to participate, just to wish luck. Okay. In that case, let me get someone else pulled out here. One more drawing. So we have Wombat for Hire, Senlikin, and Blitzkrieg. Hey, very good. Is it cool if I send private messages to each of you on Twitch? Let me go ahead and do that. So the first one was Wombat for Hire. Where are you in chat? There you are. We're going to send you a private message. Seconds. All right, here, Wombat, comes your special key. We're going to use this one over on Steam. Number 2 is Senlikin. You are here somewhere also. There you are, my friend. Let me send you a private message here on Twitch as well. Here is your key. And the last winner then was Blitzkrieg. Very good. Let's send you a message also. All right, 3 keys have now been deployed. Hopefully you all got your messages through Twitch. If you didn't get them, send me a message over on Discord or email me something at resorty@gmail.com. But that should do it. Thank you much for hanging out. Thank you for entering the giveaway. If you didn't win, I'm sorry. We've been doing a lot of giveaways recently. Hopefully we'll do more of those pretty soon. We have an hour of stream left, so we'll go ahead and play one more hour's game. Again, thank you for being here. Giveaway or no, many of you are having a good time. That makes me very, very happy. So let's get back to it and see what happens. Our number one desire right now is to make the farmers happy. So as of right now, Floriana is learning intrigue. I see on the left-hand side here, it's very small, but there's a little green element that I believe is climbing through there. And once that climbs to the top, I'm guessing it's the case that Floriana will have learned a full point, maybe. That said, upgrade built, our first building ever. Not all grapes are good for winemaking. Specifically, cultivated wine grapes will produce the best possible wine. Okay, so we now have a vineyard. And the vineyard does what exactly? The vineyard makes grapes into wine, or just makes grapes? It just makes grapes. Oh, here we go. Winemakers at the bottom there. There we go. Okay. I would like a person to work on this. If I pull a worker off of farming, we don't make enough food anymore. Okay. If I pull a worker off of making horses, which we're not using at all, we then make 1 wine per day. If I change worker wages to booze, each worker, I believe, needs 0.7 per day. You can do the math. We're not making nearly enough wine then. So, I don't know what we're doing. I'm deeply, deeply confused. Hello, Brosty. Does the game feel more polished when I tried it a few months ago? It feels similar, but yes, it does feel more polished. The game does feel more complete. There's still a lot going on I don't fully understand, but it is farther along than when I played it back in the demo mode, or early access, whichever one it was. It's been officially released a couple days ago, and so I'm excited to play the 1.0 version. Can I really not raise wages? Dr. Possible will check again. There might be a slider I'm not seeing. We'll see soon, though. Monzia Agonaldi pays a visit to us. He's of the family Agonaldi, I assume. He is especially keen on seeing different production sites to see how economies could integrate better. Is he attempting to spy, engage in corporate spying? So we can go directly with him. That's diplomacy and economy. We're better than him on both of those. Suggest seeing the accounts instead, so we show him our books, or have some conversation. We'll go and accompany along, having a conversation. After a day spent observing Monzio Agonaldi, Luana's suspicions are eased. Their guest seems genuinely interested in trade and production. Luana's a little concerned he wants to chat with many of the workers and inspect every detail. He, though, is troubled by Luana's constant surveillance. Despite the troubling, it looks like things are happier for the visit. Back to Workerville here. So, farmers. There's a normal effort button, a brisk effort, and an intense effort. Clicking on them does nothing. If I click the wage button, it does nothing. So, okay, what's this? Trade routes, the farmers. Hello, farmers. or info. So none of that is quite right. I'm allowed to build thatched cottages. If we do that, we get larger maximum population and higher wage unlock. So I worry that will just be give them wine, but let's find out. Now, as we build this, we'll have only half food production. Will it drop us to +2 a day? No, it will go to only making 9 per day. So we'll start losing food. That said, we have quite the stockpile at 624. So let's build that. I also see that we are now burning through our grapes. Because we're making wine, I assume. Okay, so winemakers are paid in grapes. They also use grapes in production. So we need more people working in the vineyards to make the winemaker functional. We've been sitting at 9 population since we started. And, okay, I can use my ruler to look over the keep. That gives us more money, and the worker there is then happy. We can have it increased to anything we want to, because my ruler is so good. But another person's happy. Because we have one happy person, we now have actual growth again. Fantastic. We then have Nomiki free again, but if she's overseer, she'll make everyone furious. So we can't use her for that purpose. Marcella, the same thing with you. They don't want an overseer. Okay. Building to be made. More happiness. Possibly growing. Here's a quest, though, called Initial Growth. You've successfully completed the initial growth of the fiefdom and of your own power. This is the first step in your path to prominence. New objectives have been unlocked. Neat. Got an achievement called Initial Growth. Achieve Main Victory Path 1. So we want to go to our big winner page here. And we see we've begun going down this path. So next one is the ABC of Diplomacy. Make a trade and send a court member. We've already completed Blood is Thicker Than Water for having a marriage done. But one trade and a court member goes to live somewhere else. I've decided that Marcella is hot trash. I'm going to have her go live with the Count, I guess. I'm allowed to. Marcella is kind of popular there. Propose a member of the family station the other house's court as advisor. It would improve relations to the family as well as increase intrigue level there. Off you go. Alright. And then make a trade. So earlier, these folks needed food. They're now fine on food. They're struggling with grapes, though, and struggling with horses. So I'm not using horses at all. I will send them some horse. And that's a ton of money. More than they could possibly afford to pay me. For the moment, I'm running out of food, so I will go food in exchange. I want to send them significantly fewer horses, because they're so valuable. Okay. I need to put a person there. I'm going to use our beloved wife who is doing nothing. So under 10 per delivery. If I go for 4 trips and 40 horses, it's a very generous proposal. What else can I take from them then? Some grapes also possibly? It's now a balanced proposal. Okay, it is balanced there. It'll take 74 days. Here's a trade. Mission accomplished. You've successfully acquired the basic skills in the art of diplomacy. You're now on the better side of those who fool and those who are fooled. Objectives unlocked. Blood is thicker than water. We got achievement, victory path tier 2. I bet tier 3's coming through also. You've now learned the importance of marriage. Blood bonds are stronger than steel, and are often the difference between being the one in shackles and the one who breaks them. New objectives unlocked. So, got another achievement, great. We need to recruit a spy, get 12 population, get 5 military units, and 7 companions. We get more companions for more buildings. I don't know about the military yet. Gotta learn about that in particular. And a spy and 12 population. Okay, I would like that very much. But first, a night of dancing. On the night of Marcella Nam's arrival to be considered as a court member of Karani, Adriana Aguinaldi arranges a ball for the court. Participating in a group dance could be a chance to raise the status in the company. So we can show off our dancing skills as the dancing queen, or we can do some flirting. So of the two, we're better at flirtation, winking and carrying on, than we are at dancing. Many responded to Marcella's gazes and were interested in the newcomer. They probably spoke favorably to Adriana Aguinaldi because she asked Marcella Nams to stay. Ha. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. So I wonder if our court member who lives there now will be developing a marriage with someone, as she's our one unmarried character. But now, unruly servants. This is our trade route. Nomiki Nam's and Promolo Florel's negotiations are interrupted when Floral's workers and Nomiki's servants break into fighting. They seem to fight over the fairness of the deal being made. So, we could lower our demands. We could scold the servants. We could demand we settle it immediately, or continue negotiations in private. Nomiki is best at military. Unfortunately, she's worse than he is at everything, though similar at intrigue. So, unfortunately, it's going to be diplomacy check, or military check, or military check, or diplomacy check. Welp, these are all pretty bad. Let's settle it immediately. Promo says the workers are right. This kind of deal will never pass, and they shouldn't pay so harshly. She must drop her demands. So I wonder if the trade route failed? I think it may be going now correctly, because we're now losing horses. So I'm guessing the trade is not as good as it should be, or I don't know what. But Daphne Calamaro is here wanting to give us another squire. I'm not sure what squiring does, but sure, more squires, more good. Farmers are still upgrading, up to 33% done, so rushing along pretty quickly. Gave 10 horses to trade, so trading is now happening. Lovely. And I have an open character, Floriana, who is learning intrigue. We do see that, yeah, it looks like the experience points are increasing more and more, almost level 7 done. Another trade proposal. House Martorell wants to initiate trades with us. Amado Martorell has arrived at Namstopia to propose a trade deal to Folco. He thinks that Amadeo is only looking to make a profit with the deal, and it doesn't benefit us very much. So they want us to sell double the amount of materials we have in exchange for a bunch of metal ore I don't know how to use yet. So I'm going to reject this deal. I'm very sorry. Makes us unhappy back and forth, but I just need to not sell things I don't have currently. Alright, farmers are going very, very fast now. I found a white cat! Folco Nams is taking his daily walk about the keep. While resting in a garden, a pure white cat comes out of the bushes, stretches, and approaches Folco. On a closer look, its eyes are white too. Could this be a bad omen? How should he greet the creature? We can ignore it, that's bad behavior. We can pet the cat, or we can scare it away. Of these choices, there's only one appropriate. We pet that cat. The creature comes and licks Folko's hand. It doesn't feel tame, but it sure does like the attention. Maybe not a bad omen after all. Since moving to Tokyo, I've seen quite a few outdoors cats. I'm not sure if they're strays or instead ones that are inside-outside hybrids or what exactly. I've yet to get a single strange cat to interact with me here. I've done the get very small thing, I've offered treats, I've done the come here kitty, and so far none of them have come anywhere near me. I've even tried speaking in Japanese to the cats, and that has failed as well. So someday I'll make friends with a strange cat on the streets, but not quite yet. Anyway, Folko is now as curious as a cat. You have a strong desire to learn, explore, understand new things. Not sure what that means, but maybe it means that Folko could learn more skills more quickly. The family has acquired a tradition. Population growth needed to gain populations 10% smaller. Peace is the only conflict worth fighting over. I don't know why we're peacemakers, but we are. We can then choose. Oh my god. What is this? Okay, so as things happen, we get points in traditions. I don't know. Okay, it appears to be that these insignias match the kinds of choices that we make in our various social interactions. Good. If we go to celebrating life, every summer season, worker crop consumption doubled, but the workers gain more happiness. I need happiness tremendously, so let's try to celebrate life, choosing bull yellow traditions. But there's a lot going on. Wow. Now, it looks like we're not allowed to be isolationists. So maybe Peacemaker and Isolationist are incompatible, or maybe you have to start Isolationist. Maybe once you have a trade relation, you're not Isolationist. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. That said, we now need 10% fewer people to get ourselves a new worker. We'll see. Hey, Blitzkrieg! Thanks for changing that Prime sub to the Tier 1 sub. I appreciate that change very much. It does help me behind the scenes a little bit more, so thank you for your kindness. Look at that. You win a giveaway and you subscribe. Thank you, my friend, for your kindness for sure. Alright. House Florel is big cranky with me. Our exchange of goods will cease from this moment forward. Don't know why that is. Look in a moment. Friend Chaswick, thank you for the Prime sub also. 19 total months. I wanted to share I graduated today with my master's. Thanks again for your part in rekindling my interest in school. Oh, Chaswick, congratulations. That is really, really awesome. I remember when you sent me that message saying that because I talked about education and so on, you got excited about it again. That's so cool. Seriously, congratulations. That's a huge, huge accomplishment, and I feel like I should be subscribing to you. I need to give you a gift of some sort. Just congrats, my friend. Totally awesome. Friends, if you're in chat right now and feel like sending Chaswick a little congratulations note, that'd be very cool. Anytime a member of our community accomplishes something, it's awesome. So congrats. And yeah, thanks for being part of our community, along with being part of the community of graduate degree holders. Master Chaswick indeed. Very cool. Alright, so Floral wants to end this relationship. If we accept politely, I guess we get points towards, yeah, Peacemaker Tradition points. I've been ignoring these entirely. But, more Peacemaker points all the way. Absolutely. We accept. Alright, they compliment our patience. Ending the relationship. It's very greedy. We got some horses back, though, apparently. Now that we're no longer importing food, that's unfortunate. But soon the farmers will be all built, and when they're all built, we'll begin getting positive food again, I think. Maybe. Just need this little bar to fill up all the way. So can I see how many more? Okay, there's city growth. So we're growing at 1 point a day. We need to have 800 more points than we have right now. 800 more points needed. Oh my goodness. Alright. Nice thing is though, Floriana has gained a skill in intrigue. So, if Floriana becomes Queen of Farmers... Alright, go to farm here. Floriana, Queen of Farmers. They get a slightly higher wage. I don't know how to read all of this. It'll be a neutral modification to happiness, though. So, we just need more intrigue. Floriana, can I make you learn intrigue again, or is there a cooldown on that, I wonder? Train intrigue on Floriana. You can keep on doing it. Training eternally, my friend. We're making the best character ever. May profession abilities comparison gives me hints on how it works. I think the trouble I have is not understanding exactly the comparisons, but understanding how do I make my people happy. So all of the different numbers being compared seem to affect happiness. Diplomacy is most determinative, it looks like, but the other elements also affect happiness somewhat. And I just want people to be happy, so they invite their friends to join us. That said, we now have thatched cottages for our peasants, increasing our overall population. Does that then lead to joy for our peasants in the farming verse? Hello, friends. The farmers are still neutral. Aha! We can increase our wage type from food to wine. Now, is this per worker? It is. So to become happier, but it takes 2.8 wine per day, and we only have 1.8 right now, or it would be negative 1.8. And the change seems not to change happiness up here. I'm going to make the change and unpause, though. Let that run down for a little bit. Did that increase their happiness? Nope, they're still just neutral. 0.86. If I put Floriana in, I wonder if that would fix it somewhat. But Floriana is still leveling up. For now, folks, if you're not going to be happy enough, you just return to normal food, thank you. Very well, very well. I wonder if this golden circle here means this is where you live, or what exactly. More building is needed. So we can upgrade our mason building, apparently. Getting some quarries. We have one mason working. Quarry improvement does what? Material production is... Oh, it gives us more research points and one more worker slot. Don't much care about that. With farmers, we make grist mills. That gives more... more crops. What's that do? Placeholder. Communal crafts. We unlock city guards. Also, we can make our people work more, and the population increases again. So, I don't know if this is a companion or a soldier. Either way, I need more of those to complete the current mission. So, bigger city, probably not super useful, but more guards, more good. Now, I'd like to play additional social conflict games. I really enjoyed those. And Nomiki has no job right now. They're just really bad at everything. Huh. So here we have intrigue level and safety level up there. Let's go visit the Baroness here. We do intrigue. We can recruit a spy. Intrigue plays a large part in the politics of Calderia. There are 3 things to know about intrigue. Number 1, intrigue action is a shady business. You need some spies. Intrigue level is used as attack value in those previously mentioned actions. Family members in other courts along with spies increase this. Safety is the defense value against intrigue actions. Lower the neighbor's safety is, better chance of attack are. Having workers in the castle increases safety, etc. So you can recruit a spy who can then cause some problems for them. This is not good guy resorty behavior at all. If we try to get the spy here, our intrigue is lower, so let's not do that. I'm not sure. So I believe this game has a kind of complexity I'm not totally understanding. And I want to see which of the other counts are part of my county baron fiefdom thing. So I see that this count is the nearest one to all of us. But how do I establish what's going on? I have no idea what I'm establishing. I don't know. Oh, good eye. We also have no food coming in. Wait, why do I have no food coming in? First, core member request. Honoratio has sent Eniko Honorati to Namstopio. Honorati wants him to join the court. I don't know if I can use him if he just hangs out there. Welcome him, reject him, or throw a feast for him. If we throw a feast, that's peacemaker behavior. Sure, he likes that. He feels welcome, strengthening our relationship. Now, can I use that character? Looks like no. He's just here to spy on us. True? He's just here to spy on us. Fine. Why am I making no food? Because the farmers are upgrading again. Okay, I need to stop upgrading farmers. The upgrading farmers cause our food to collapse. We could try for more trade, I suppose. Can't trade route here because we already have a trade going. Right. Trade proposal! The House Alberleo wants to initiate trade with us. I'll sell them 1,500 food. They'll give me booze and luxuries. As much as I want booze and luxuries, I definitely cannot give them that much food. So, this is a social conflict. It's a totally greedy event. She thinks this deal is extortionistic. The deal doesn't benefit us at all. I'm reject it. It's just too bad, unfortunately. Alright. Let's try trade route next door again. So, do you have wine? They have parchment, which I don't have. No idea what to use that for. But I'd like grapes. And for that, I'll give you cash money. Per person here. You, my friend. Hey, Gelizar! Gelizar, thank you for the generous resubscription. How's it going, my friend? Thanks for being with us as always. Hope things are going well for you, and I appreciate your kindness in being here. If I give them 318 money, at 345 a day, we'll get some grapes. So I'm gonna burn my money, but refill the grape pile. Sure! Ugly Courtier. Bardo Noms has noticed the man visiting us, Eniko Honorati, is being bullied at the court because of the distinctive features. He is indeed an ugly person. Might be where he's wearing a hat all the time. The meanest of all is Floriana, who regularly calls him a toad. Bardo, not quite sure what to do. Should you defend Eniko and risk falling out with Floriana? So, I think we should defend him. I think we should be a good guy and defend. When Floriana Noms is picking on Eniko again, Bardo steps in. I wouldn't say anything if I looked like you, Floriana. Are you a friend of the toad now? I'd be careful who I associate with, Floriana responds. Bardo falls silent, but later Nico thanks him for trying to help. Alright, so the internal politics get worse. We're in better relationship with House Onorati. Cool. Now, the ranks of Calderia. A herald has arrived from the capital to deliver a royal invitation for Noms Noms. By decree of the Emperor belong beyond the sea, the sigil of Prometheus and the bloodline immortal, Elius Palatine. Official honorary titles should be bestowed upon the great house of Calderia as a token of gratitude for serving the realm and the crown. Viceroy Venerial of House Monsbara has departed to the Isle of Orsa to begin preparations for selection of these titles. Noms of the House Noms is hereby summoned to the Isle of Orsa to represent their house and declare how they may best serve the crown. Alright, so Noms Noms goes to visit the leader of the island to indicate that we're pretty good at something. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea what's going on. I'm running out of food, though. That's a problem. More trade needed. Alright, Bardo. I need food, please. I need so much food. Ideally, 4 per day would do it. Okay. In exchange, what do I have for you? You want some livestock? Is that cool? Balanced, great. Bring me food, please. We're gonna starve. We're absolutely starving. Census count! It's the Count. Your overlord, the Count Uccelli Agonaldi, has called for a census to his vassals, and a committee of enumerators, led by an esteemed Directore d'Incensatori, have arrived at Nomstopia in order to conduct a population recount. Noms knows while the population reports of Nomstopia have been outdated for a while, it might even be slightly miscounted in favor of House Noms. I started the game with 9 population. I now have 9 population. So we can let the Dottore conduct the census. We can give him 300 money to convince him or threaten him. I'll let him do the count. The Dottore enumerators carry out the census. House Nums' numbers were slightly miscalculated, but overall the difference is so marginal it doesn't affect the current tax level. The Direttore departs Nomstopia with revised reports to House Agonaldi. We are now a trustworthy person. But then, Nomiki Noms has come to trade at Marnico, and Promo Florel welcomes her. During negotiations, he praises Nomiki Noms' attire and her beautiful features. Promo is considerably better looking than Nomiki, so the flattery is probably insincere. We can flatter back. That's a peaceful thing to do. We can offer more goods, demand more goods, or ask, are we bantering or bartering? Flattery, flattery, flattery. Promo hoped for a better deal and was disappointed by the response. The deal stays the same. Promo has shamed Nomiki. Or maybe the other way around, I'm not sure. Either way, she should be bringing food home. 15, 14... She's home. No food. Bardo, Noms, and Promo Floral's negotiations are interrupted when Floral's workers and Bardo's servants break into fighting. They're fighting over the fairness of the deal being made. We can lower our demands. We can scold the servants. We can demand we sell immediately, or negotiate in private. So we are slightly higher on diplomacy. So let's negotiate in private. After settling your people, you both agree the incident was a sign of a bad trade, and the final deal is to be more reasonable for Florel. So from 400 to only 360 crops. We got the worst end of that one. But we're now getting more food per day? Barely. Save the dates! Floriana receives an old-looking letter. When she opens it, a shiver runs up her spine. noticing there's an invitation to an important celebration she's now missed. How should she respond to the missed opportunity? We can apologize as an altruist, we can throw the invitation away, or we can send a gift and an apology. The peacemaker way, let's do that. Floriana reads the letter and realizes an invitation to the birthday party of one of her acquaintances. She writes a long letter of apology where she explains why she didn't show up. She also sends a collection of small pearls as a token of appreciation. 15 gold gone. Floriana is now a just person. Every action has consequences, but they should always be measured by intentions and circumstances. One military, one diplomacy, and more social conflict possibilities. We are so close out of food. We're now starving. Alright, the fiefdom is facing famine. I don't know how to fix that, but the farmer's now very, very angry with me because they're starving. I just need your building to finish, please. Alright, insufficient resources, deficit to trade. Yep, all things that are true. Just don't starve too much. Just don't starve too much, please. Okay, it looks like our livestock eat our food also. Is that true? It's consuming 0.5 food per day. I'm going to move the herdsmen out and have them help at the vineyard for now. We're now only negative 0.1 food. This is fine. This is fine. 90% done on growing. Departure to the Isle of Orsa. Noms begins his journey to the Isle of Orsa to represent House Noms in the selection of the ranks of Calderia. 93, 94, starvation's almost done, don't you worry, team. So no one's died yet. Not everyone can afford their own lodgings. Officially recognized rental farming allows more arable land to be cultivated. We have positive food again. We didn't all starve. How nice is that? The answer is very, very nice. Cat. We are now positive on wine. I don't know why. If we move to wine, we do become negative. Unfortunately. Also, I have almost no overseers. They're all busy doing other things. For right now, making a ton of food seems really good to refill our stockpile. We need people back on livestocks, but for the moment, I'm okay losing a little bit there. Livestock, sorry. What may we build then? What is possible? I'm not building anything farming, absolutely not. The quarries we built, more resources and so on, that will stop masonry briefly. But we're at 100. I think that's fine. Yep, still bringing a little each day, but not very much. That works. Rank selection in 80 days. We'll be speaking to the Isle here. So this is where my family is going, I believe. Arrival at the Isle of Orsa. Your head of house arrived at the Isle of Orsa and has to wait for the other houses to arrive. During this time, Noms has a good opportunity to mingle with other families and improve relations. We wait, we chit-chat apparently. Not sure I can do anything with that, but we'll see what happens. Meeting by a riverbank. Noe, one of my squires, is sailing on a riverboat towards his destination. Glancing over the side of the boat, he notices someone waving in their direction. Noe beckons his servant to peer through a spyglass. After a moment, the servant informs him that a stranger on the shore is signaling for them to approach. Let's go to the shore and see what's what. Incidentally, friends, I've yet to see any repeated messages in this game. I wonder how many events there are. As Noe instructs the crew to approach the shore, he spots a stylish yet suspicious-looking scoundrel awaiting them. At a distance, the yellow cape appears fancy, but closer inspection reveals evident signs of wear and tear. Noticing the scoundrel's restless behavior and sensing something amiss, Noe makes a decision to abandon the scoundrel on the shore, signaling the crew to turn the boat around. Reacting with the agitation and anger, the scoundrel shouts after them, "I know where you live!" as the boat moves away. Huh. So we started heading that way and then ran away. So we're now both courageous and paranoid. Someone's following me. Oh boy. Here's the Alforsa, sorry. So we actually meet on this place. The Viceroy comes down here. I don't know why we meet here. It appears to be a large fortress, though. That's pretty cool. Alright. All of my people are currently busy. Floriana is still learning intrigue. Someday we'll take care of the farmers. That'd be a very good day. All of our numbers looking okay right now. We are burning gold. I believe that's on... Yeah, gold and livestock deficits are both based on trade. The trade is not eternal. Just for a while, it'll be okay. We're still at 9 people. Is it climbing, though? Let's see. Yes. So we're still getting 1 population point a day. Hello? And mouse over something to see it. Let's do it also. So the person in the keep is happy. We could now have up to 14 workers. We're still stuck at just the 9, though. Thank you. Oh, our farms. Oh, our farms. Pregnancy! Joyous day. Luana and Folko are expecting a child. Alright, so the family's going to grow a little bit more. I think when you get a new character, you can send them off to be a squire somewhere else. And then you see, for example, Noe here is getting fuller and fuller traits. I don't know if the amount of trait increase is based on the kind of person you're spending time with or what exactly. House Flora wants to cease trading. So we stop buying so many grapes and we stop sending them money. We accept politely. Thank you much. More peacemaker points. Good stuff. So how many peacemaker points away are we from our next one? About I don't know, quarter of the way to celebrating life. For more worker happiness, but more food consumption also. That's okay. 20% done with masonry. We have 85% chance of an incident. I don't quite know what instants are yet, but it looks like one is coming in 32 days or so. And it'll be bandits apparently. Nomiki has no more tasks, which because she is no longer trading, it looks like. So if you work anywhere, you make people very angry, correct? She is not so good at making friends, unfortunately. So we can have her train up her economic skills, I guess. Nothing else to do. Get to it, thanks. Now the intrigue we can do in these courts is just attacking them. Floriana gains a skill. Floriana again is trained intrigue. Is that enough training that you can finally look after the farmers and not have them become very angry with you? Yes! It happens. The farmers are now relatively happy. So we get 4 growth points. We now have 5 growth points per day. We still need hundreds, 800 city growth points. But 5 per day is the best I've seen this far. Hooray. Now we are pulling in so much food that I could move a worker off of the farm. More wine would make our farmers even happier. Oh, I don't know how to think about this. This is a little confusing. Like we have no herdsmen, for example. And there's so many possible things we could make. But if I pull a person off of here, they'll then not be as happy, and we'll then have only a few happiness points per day. Well, leave it like that for right now. Maybe we'll get to 10 people soon. Luana's still doing nothing, so I want you to train something also. Actually, she's pretty good at most tasks. So if she's good at most tasks... no happiness changes, but she increases vineyard production by a little bit. Okay, go to the vineyard, same happiness, but more production. Good. Looks like These people to our south here relatively like us. The military button, we can declare various wars. You have to declare wars, though, with people you dislike. So I guess we want to upset our count eventually, and then claim their title so we can be the count locally. Until that's done, I doubt we're allowed to vassal anybody else. For now that we enjoy our little corner here. Selecting the ranks of Calderia. Here we go. The time has come for all of the noble houses to announce what title they are most eligible for. The selection is conducted in order of hierarchy. So all the dukes, then all the counts, then all the barons, I guess. Each noble house of Calderia will be eligible to compete for a title they're choosing according to the level of nobility. The selection begins with ducal ranks, then the comital ranks, and finally the baronial ranks, in order to the viceroy's relations towards the house. The viceroy's house will not claim any titles for themselves. Up to 4 houses may compete for the same title, and each title has varying effects. Relevant information's on tooltips here. Okay, so a lot of people already claim things. My house is next. Select a title you want to compete for by dragging the house crest on the left and dropping the title you want to compete for. You can only choose a title from your own nobility level, and only 4 houses compete for the same title. So these are the baronial ranks. There are some above. The court schemer, refinement, major domo, librarian, logistics, or herald of goodwill. This is me. As I go through each of them, there's a number we have. So 129, 159, 153, 168, 161, and 166. We can see underneath the points of the other folks. No one currently wants to be court schemer. Court schemer gets a bonus to attack and defense in social conflicts. Also become a gossiper. Or more production, or more economy, etc. So it seems like no one especially wants court schemer. That said, we're pretty bad at it ourselves. If we go refinements, we're better than the person there right now, but worse than 2 people after us in order at least. Hey Steve, how's our house? Our house is not great. Our house is a minor house of Calderia, but gosh, we're trying. Herald of Goodwill would be number 1 right now also. That gives a bonus to what exactly? Wages, happiness, so everyone gets happier. Okay, our court librarian gives bonuses to the head of house gains +2 to all skills. So I would like librarian or goodwill. I'm so desperate for happiness though. If we go for happiness, there are 2 people after us that are stronger. At least. If we go for librarian, the same. I'm just gonna go for Herald of Goodwill, and we'll see what happens. For right now, I'm winning. Let's continue. Aha! We become the Herald of Goodwill, I believe. All houses have now selected the title they wish to compete for. The skills of your head of house and various actions increase your standing among the rivals. You may also ask for the support of other houses in your claim for the title if they're of equal or higher nobility level than you. The Viceroy will only voice your support at the rank election event. You have 1 year to prove the worth of your claim to the title. You may refer to the specific details of the title from choosing the Ranks of Calderia submenu. Okay, 1 year to convince people that we ought to be the Herald of Goodwill. Okay, so Bardo, I need you to convince people to like us. So Court Aganelli likes us. Appeal for the rank. Send forth Bardo to try his best. We'll see. other folks who like us, the Baron Florel here likes us halfway decently, but I have no one I can send there right now. When Noms gets home, Noms can then go cavort and hopefully convince them to also vote for us. A ducal gift. Duchess Galan, this is our Duchess, has turned 48 recently. For her birthday, she wished for prosperity to her duchy by helping her subjects in their troubles. An emissary now stands in the court of House Noms and inquires what kind of gift would benefit Nomstopia the most. So we could borrow some migrants. We could have advocators of prosperity. Patrolling law enforcers are a gift of wealth. I have no idea what these do. They all say they affect nothing. So I will take the library migrants. If I can get a free work, I'll be very happy. Gollin generously offers a portion of the population of Aurors to work on House Nom's behalf. The new workers return to Aurors after 1 year. Our population is 10 for 1 year now. Nice-oo, nice-oo, nice-oo. Unfortunately, friends, it's time for a quick ad break. It's now 12 o'clock my time, noon o'clock. I'll be streaming till noon 30 today, so we're going to take a quick ad break, and then we'll have another 20-25 minutes of stream today. So thanks for being here. Hope you're having a fun time. Let's see what more we can do on the crossword today. I don't think we're going to finish it. We should get close, though. So still not sure what the street snack Pani Puri is. Hindu thunder deity. Yep, still not quite sure on that one. Very understatedly. More something possibly. Okay, almost surely something is wrong here. Almost certainly, not sure though. Popular food on March 14th. Oh, it's Pi Day. It's 314, 3.14. Happy Pi Day. Pronoun pair for some non-binary people. It could be they, he. I'll put that in and we'll say it might be wrong. But they, he is a pronoun pair. Fashionably rugged look. Design. Something rubble. A clave is a hardwood stickage for percussion, possibly. I know autoclaves are something heat, maybe. Like they heat up surgical instruments enough to not cause infections. Okay, trademark infringement complaint is something my thing. Maybe. Developer of an oral polio vaccine. Rabin? Habin? No idea. Big time. Huh. Is Spence right? Tracy was Hollywood Friends. Yeah, Spencer Tracy is a Spence, I believe. Gave cold shoulder, snubbed I feel very good about. Unsure though. Indigenous people of Eastern Canada, I just don't know, unfortunately. Grew tired of. Snored at. Wistful longing in Portuguese culture, no idea. Plant-based bath product. Insult hurled by a cartoonish villain. Fools! Maybe. Successful defenders get them. Pads. Non-fiction categories, how to. Oh, successful defenders. Defend your PhD. All right. Funny but not laugh out loud funny is droll. Good. Very understatedly. More than a little. Got it. So Celis' name is S-E-L-E-S. PhD is pretty funny. I apologize for stuck on like defenders of a fort or defenders of a sport game, but more than little, awesome. Really fashion again. Design neb. Wait. Neck stubble. So stubble's possible here. Designer stubble. think that's right. Designer style. I never heard that, but I like that. Okay. Okay. We were doing downs here. Okay, back to the top. Pinch some dough is crimp? Scrimp? I think like crimping could be made with like a pie, possibly. Is Indra the name of a goddess? Possibly. That's my thing. So Sabin as oral polio, sure. And then Chot as a street snack. I mean, obviously Indian of some sort. I know of like Chana Masala. Is Chot Masala a thing? I have no idea. Okay. Spurned is give the shoulder instead. And just people of Eastern Canada, Eanes, not sure. Maybe seen in a floating bubble bath. Soap suds. New apparently. Big time. Inspired. I know inspired. Okay. We should get back to our game now. Grew tired of. Soured on. Good. Acclamation. Big time is in space? In spaced? Unsure. Alright. Clave is a Latin percussion instrument. Clave. Clave. Okay, I didn't know that one. Thank you. Alright, not quite gonna finish this one, I'm afraid. Not quite gonna finish it. Second word of a Shakespeare title. Though? See, all's well that ends. Though. Is there any though? Henry the Fifth. Richard the Third. All's well. There must be a though. Female lobster, no idea. Pablo Neruda works. Painting. Flagpole Sing 920s, I have no idea. Okay. Alright, didn't finish it. Friends, we got about 20 minutes left. Let's go and see what we can get done in the next 20 minutes. Continue to build, hopefully. But for now, population is 10. With one spare worker, what is the best thing we can do? They immediately became a farmer. We do not need that. We are barely making enough wine. I mean, if they stay the farmer or working in the keep, we then get more happiness. And then give us even more points per day. We still need another 1,000 points now. So I'm guessing the higher population you got, the harder it is to get another population. But of course I want more wine, etc. We've nicely built up our pile of food again. I wonder if we can trade food for something. We're pulling in just so much of it. Okay, here comes an incident. Bandits! Bandits appeared in Nomstopia. They'll rob and ransack the area until army is brought to bring them down. Bandits appear on low safety level fiefdoms. Fiefdoms? Fiefdoms? I see bandits of Mogra. They're going to this location here, to the miners. Raise the army. Who's highest military? 12, 12, 11. Wish my ruler were here. Okay. And I'd have up to 12 people. Well, if we lose the band, it's a pretty sad thing. I can't raise the army. Raising the army costs material I do not have. They want steel. They want materials. Alright, we've learned an important lesson this day. Peasants, go home. We still can't raise the army because they want steel. Alright, you want steel. So, may I bring the peasants along once more? Okay, you can bring more than one of a group. That's good to know. Okay, unfortunately I used all of my materials before. And so it looks like that's what I can bring. 2 cavalry and 1 poleaxer. We can hold off for a little bit. And maybe move a farmer over to help me with masonry. Masons are currently building, so that's not going to matter. Are we going to get destroyed by bandits? They have a whole bunch of folks in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Huh. I can't make steel yet. We have no steel makers. Alright, well, this will be a fine way to end the stream if we lose all at once. Folco, come on, my friend. We had a single light cavalry, 2 of them, and some poleaxers. And that is what we can do because of the material cost. Here we go, team. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Charge. How do we charge? They're garrison units. They walked past my garrison, okay. Oh, you got it, okay. Maybe. Bardo has come to the court of Count Agonaldi to make an appeal for House Nobs' claim to the title Herald of Goodwill. My houses share a feudal bond. Amongst the rivals, the standing is most prominent. How to make our claim? We can persuade them to endorse the house. We can pay them big money, or instead, try to improve relations. Let's persuade them. Welcome, friends, to a endorsement for the title Social Battle. That's what we want to do most of all. We're going to bring along 4 units. So our opponent, the Countess, has only 3 units. They don't have any diplomats. So we don't need our confidant, as she has the bonus to diplomacy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our group. Let's do the battle for fun. So she herself is not on the map right now. She has a special bonus called Parlor Games. All units fighting for the same objective as this change position with their targets. So reverse in some way. Bardo here has Compromise. This and the target enemy both stop attacking for 10 seconds. And you can also taunt. Alright, so you will go to the middle. Now, you're good against Intrigue. The Viticulturalist is Diplomacy, so good against Economy. Their Economy person's right there, want to focus on that. And then the Counselor, who's a Diplomat against Economy, has fairly high... one second. Oh, once deployed, they stay deployed. So he'll be good against her also. Alright, forward we go on all sides. It's like medieval Grifflanders. I've never played the game Grifflanders at all. Let's see how this goes. Ready the troops! Alright, we now pause. So, they have a military person out there. Bonus against military is economy. Accountant deploy. And then we'll deploy you also. Good. We have more troops. We're attacking kind of crazily right now. I want to focus on someone. So, the bonus against Intrigue. Let's attack this way and this way. Then have you jump down here to here. So we're all focusing this character right now, their confidants. And have military, nope, military has a malice against this character. So you go this way and you go forward. All looking pretty healthy. I'm going to have my hero guy taunt. So everyone has to focus on him. Ha ha ha. Jokes, jokes. Jokes, jokes. That should knock out the first one. We're taking extra damage here. We don't want that. So you disengage and you head in. Rotation. Go, rotation! One knocked out, awesome. Their leader's up here still. That's a little unfortunate. Okay, you have a bonus here. That's good. If our leader moves forward, he actually can't target anymore. So go this way. And if you retreat if you can. There we go. They finally reversed. It seems like focus fire is the way to go for right now. And then you're going to retreat also. Well, maybe not. They're very, very similar health right now, and we have a bonus against them. We drove their accountant off also. Can you joke again? Or is joke on cooldown? Joke's on cooldown. Okay, I'm going to compromise, which means that she can't attack anymore for 10 turns. No, that's not how it works, so we're not positioned correctly. Okay. This guy got knocked out, unfortunately. We're very close to it. Can we run away? He barely gets away. He's still alive. Alright. So she just did her parley games, switching these two characters. You move forward, you can now attack here. I want you to begin moving forward and capturing their territory. The Comatus can redeploy. Okay, in a moment we can joke again. But they're focused on each other nicely right now. So I'm not sure I actually want to joke, as my leader here is taking some serious damage now. Yeah, you retreat. Oh, got one driven off, unfortunately. But there we go. All done. They have to endorse us. What a win, what a win. The House Agonaldi gives endorsement to House Noms to be the, hero of happiness, wherever it is. And now a wedding. The House Trinicar is organizing a wedding between Claudio Trinicar and Isabella Nueva in Tomas province. We can send a member of the house there. I don't know if I did. Oh gosh, the band's running away so quickly. No, bands, come back here. Wait, why are you no longer charging them? Hello? Bueller? The mine's on fire! A group of bands has marched to the mine, owned by House Noms. They've stolen everything they managed to find and set the mine on fire. Workers are unable to continue production until the damage is undone. Must catch those bandits! Hello? Is it right-click maybe to attack? Hey, Nomiki gained a skill. She finished training economy. Cool. Here we go. Time for our actual first battle ever. Your military regiment is caught up with the group of bandits. You order the men to take up positions and get ready to fight. So, bandit ambush and bandit attack both increase fiefdom safety. We got 3 dudes. And ourselves. They have 6 units. Hope their units are real bad. We'll see. Okay, I don't know what this marker on the bottom means here. Also, bandits don't seem to have any special focus. Or maybe they're all swords people. This is morale. Okay. So, these are apparently equal. That's their leaders on this side. So I'm going to send my leader to the other side for now. And deploy... Yeah, they're cavalry. So how does cavalry engage with light infantry? Bonus attack versus light infantry and very fast too. My pikeman has a bonus against medium and heavy infantry. Are these lights? That one's light. This is medium, I believe. So in the upper left-hand portion of the character's card is armor level. This one shows just plain shield. It doesn't just shield with 1 pip. And a horse person. No idea what we're doing. Alright, you're just gonna hold here. Best of luck to you, my friend. Forward to battle, all of you. Forward you, forward here. My hero has no special abilities, unfortunately. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna run away, man. I hate to give up this tile already, but I have noticed happening here. I think we're losing. So we lost the bandit attack 1. Nigh instantaneously. Okay, redeploy. Hello? This is almost defeated, okay. 1 down. We lost a character. This is going so much worse than the battle against the social battle worked. So my lack of military caused some problems. The main problem there is I didn't know what resources I needed to spawn soldiers. Spawning soldiers is not free. Instead, you need to have materials to do so. So, we lost. The bandits reign supreme, attacking everything. No. Oh, no. Alright. Can't send Bardo there. Can I send anybody to this wedding? Anybody? No, not allowed to send anybody. Maybe it's too far away for the time we got. I've learned an important lesson about bandits. They're gonna beat the dickens out of us for sure. Oh, pending event, thank you. Saw on fire. A group of bandits has marched on the saw owned by us. So our saw's been burned, our mine's been burned, our pets' heads are falling off. And I can't raise any more troops until I get more materials. Alright. Maybe we can do some trading for materials. That'd be very useful. They have a lot of materials. Alright, I'd like a lot of materials, please. Hundreds and hundreds of the things. You'd like some livestock. Boy, howdy do I have news for you. Let's even those out. Alright. Need someone going this way. Here, trader person, you get to it. Let's go, let's go. So the garrison here is now empty, I believe. That's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Alright, now I can see someone over here. Not Noms. No McKee. Go visit that one, thank you. Trade delegation. What started as a standard fair negotiation is quickly taking a turn for the worse, as they accuse that we're offering livestock of inferior quality. We want to pay less than they promised otherwise. We offer to pay for a third-party appraisal. Alright. They agreed to the proposal. Appraisers summoned to the negotiation. After a thorough examination, our items are of normal quality. Thank you much, thank you much. Marcella's reading her study when some barking disrupts her. Marcella swears and yells through the door the dog be kept quiet so people can concentrate. The barking stops for a moment, but after a while it gets louder and closer. Marcella turns red from anger and storms out to the hallway. Let's try to calm that dog. Marcella discovers a servant and their dog in the hallway. The dog lets out a few cautious barks, and the servant attempts to soothe it. Marcella approaches with a wild smile, deliberately avoiding eye contact with the dog. Marcella instructs him to leave, but as her gaze meets the dog's enormous, affectionate puppy dog eyes, seemingly pleading for cuddles and playtime, Marcella finds it impossible to resist. She's now talkative and a friend of animals. So we hate to see animals harmed, and it's easier to talk to people for 180 days. Neat. Neat. We're getting some materials. I believe I need at least 10 for every troop I want to raise. We'll see how this goes. Also, let's do some diplomacy here and ask for rank. Noms, go say hi, please. Please let us be the ruler of happiness. Can I see the current titles? Nope. There we go. So when it comes to the Herald of Goodwill, we are winning by a fair amount now. Still 300 days left, but we are at 228, 160 is those behind. So we have 50 points for the count being with us. I can't see the other people's points, it looks like, but that's okay. Herald of Goodwill, not so good at fighting off the bandits. Unto us a child is born. Luana Nom's given birth to a new child. Congratulations. May we see the child. Yes, Pompeo here. Pompeo, the 0-year-old, is a 1111. How if all children become 1111? Maybe. Appeal delegation. Noms has come to the court of the Baron to make an appeal for the claim of the title of Herald. We have a feudal bond. We're the most fancy. Let's go ahead and persuade them to our side. They surely will. They can have no diplomats, so we do not need a confidant. We get the other ones, though. 4 units. Tier 5 versus their Tier 3. I'm going to auto-resolve it then. They give us the endorsement. More people want to support me. Unfortunately, friends, it is now 12:30 my time, and so on the weekend, when my wife is home, I tend to go out and hang with her. So it's been a good bit of fun today. I've enjoyed what I've played so far, though there's a tremendous amount of reading this game. We began with a population of 9. We now have a population of 10. We are only 600 points away from getting more population. But it feels like it is going to take a few more hours of play to get even one more population. So I don't know how long a playthrough of this game is if one attempts to conquer the whole darn place. There's a lot going on, though. Hey, Swarm, have I played enough of the game to know if I like it? I think I do like it. Do I love it? I'm less sure. But I'm at least enjoying it a little bit. So tomorrow, no stream. Definitely. Monday, I'll be back with some more games. I'm not sure which game. Maybe this one, maybe not. Hard to say. Whichever way, though, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the kind company. It was a fun time for sure, and we'll see you again real soon. Goodbye, friends.